agree. Give me the weed, give me the green. You ain't a G, pay me the fee or I'll be busted. I need something. Officer Pigskin, he's always up to something. Hey yo, listen up, got a story to tell about a cop that was good, but the job wasn't paying him well. Started off as shakedowns, pulling petty thieves and dealers as well for the intel, cause they was paying him well. Started being crooked himself and hung with the schemers and the shooters themselves. But the politics were slugs, they were ruthless as hell. And one day, man, hooked up with the inside man. Shadow works out perfect. Fan full of movement, speeding it with his third strike. Damn, he knew he was over. Had some disclosure on some weed exposure. All I needed to do was die down the heat. It will be sweet, man. It'll always be sweet, man. We got Philly Banks in the house.
What it is, what it do? Twisted South.
We just we out here, we shooting the shits. As always, your host,
Crack,
Shadow, Caesar Einstein, the man with the plan.
The man with many different beard colors.
Hey, it's October. I know you can't see it in this light, but it's actually pink.
Hey.
Let me see. We got
pink for the tatas.
Pink for the tatas. Save the tatas, my friend.
The tatas. Bro, I can't wait to hear your freaking track, dude.
I know.
You've been gatekeeping that shit.
I am, though. I got to.
Gatekeeping all the good songs. You still got a track. Bro, we literally wrote 2 more songs about to lay it down, and I'm like, bro, we're going to put so much on this man's plate to hit features on. He's going to be like, what the fuck?
I'm all about it, man. I'm trying to...
bro, we made 2 more beats. And then we're fucking around with it and doing like a podcast kind of thing. And I started adding beats to it. Bro, it was funny. I'm going to send it to you. And then he had a cool thing like, oh, this is Shadow Works Entertainment. Like, yeah, we thought it would be a cool song by you want to like throw it in the show every once in a while.
I'm definitely going to be throwing that bitch in the show because like I need to go ahead and get my soundboard up. And make it to where I can fucking applause, booze.
Yeah.
Lots of booze.
Bro, you got the whole setup. You got like 72 fucking buttons.
I'm saying I got plenty of buttons. Let me see. She said,
you got the... Did you hook up the Dr. Dre fucking lab yet?
No, it's actually that's on the agenda for this week. Let me see. I'm waiting on the wifey. I got my Jamie behind the scenes. You know.
Hey.
Still low.
Shout out to Jess Einstein.
Yeah. How about now? Let's see.
Jess. Is it low for you or low for me?
No, it's low on the live on the stream. So I'm just getting her to check it out.
Get low.
Let's see. So now, all right. So we got it live. I'm making sure we're good on Facebook and the Instagrams.
Shout out to Jess.
Hey, shout out to Jess.
Hey, bro, I'm like in the future, bro. I said that like.
We live in the future. See. All right, she said better. All right.
Bro, proof we're in a simulation.
I'm gonna put it all the way up. Going all the way up.
Nothing can stop me except these couple bucks.
I bet you got that shit on there now. I bet you the fan. Can you hear that?
Yeah. You want me to turn it down?
No, I'm in mine. Can you hear mine?
Uh-oh.
No, mine, fool.
Because it's a hot box in here, Holmes.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have something, man. It's fucking hot. I live in Florida. It's, I mean, you are in 10 degrees hotter, though, I will say that.
I live in Florida. Well, you live in, like, Alabama, almost.
I live in the other part.
You live in the northern Alabama.
It is definitely, it's Alabama. There's no doubt about it.
It's all good. I like being central because that's where everybody wants to go at. You know, they want to come here. They don't want to go to Pensacola. They want to go to Disney. They gotta drive by our house to go to. Hey, Teal Stat.
You're the man with the plan.
Man, what it do, crew?
What it do, crew?
What did they want to
Where's
do,
this
bro?
fool at?
All right, so we
Oh
got
shit.
one other thing. I gotta get that fan out the background. It's killing me. It's on my side. Yeah, I'm sorry, the AC, but I can't turn it off. So I gotta do a gate real quick.
That's the one that we would have when I was recording that we had to shut off real quick.
Yep. Got to.
Turn the AC off, man. I can hear the AC in the mic with my headphones, bro.
Turn my left headphone up though.
Turn the fucking headphones up and turn that fucking AC off, homie.
Yeah, that shit sucks though. That is for real. That shit sucks.
Do you remember though? We, you know, speaking of studio recording with you, all of the skits for mental health were done right there at that desk in front of that AC.
Yeah. which was fine though. That's the crazy part.
It worked. Yeah, it worked good. Worked real good, man. You know what I mean? Your bro, you did a good job. You see, I put everybody in the credits on the Instagram. You know what I mean? I tagged everybody. I tagged your boy, my brother, Imminent, fucking Casey.
Oh yeah, you hit everybody.
Well, yeah, everybody, and I gave all those people that I just named have credit on the actual album when I put it in my distribution.
See, so, that's the way right there.
Did
that help with the AC at all?
I can still hear it. Damn. But I made sure I give Casey some love, you know what I mean? Because he did the mastering. I got you and Slug for mixing. And the studios, yours and Salt Mine Oasis and Gas Labs I put on there. You know, I put you as the I'm the executive producer, but you're the second producer in charge.
Hey, I'll take
you're
it.
You're the second producer.
What's it called?
It's just a producer, because if you got executives.
Well, I got an executive. I'm the executive, but there was a title in front of it. It was.
Hold on, I'll find out for you, Jamie.
I have it. I have it in the thing. Yeah.
Stand by.
But I have you as that. On there, bro. You know what I mean?
All right. How's that? That should be better, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Same shit. All right, let's try it again.
How about
now?
It's all good.
All right. We got executive producer, oversees financing, big picture strategy, often secures rights and major talent. A producer manages entire project development, distribution, glues everything together. Co-producer, shares producing.
Co-producer.
Associate producer, entry level support.
No.
Line producer handles day-to-day operations, budget crew.
No, I didn't do any of those. Didn't do any of those. It was just.
I didn't even know these were things, bro.
Yeah.
For music, executive producer.
Yeah. When you put your credits in, I give my mixing engineer credit, my mastering engineer credit, my beat producer credit, me credit, the lyrics. I'm the performer, the artist, the lyricist, the author, the composer, the executive producer.
Dang.
I always thought it was producer, then executive.
No, executive is the top level.
Yeah, it's
the
top.
Exec, dog. The exec is the top. That's
that
you
E level.
Than the exec. That executive level is what that term stands for.
That should be.
Now
it
sounds better. Now I don't hear it.
All right.
See,
there's a will, there's a way.
Swimwear.
You know, I even gave Face. I'm gonna be honest. Face has credit on the album as for artwork.
I mean, he did the artwork. That's it.
Is he gonna charge you $500?
I'll tell you what. I paid for the 8 paintings that I bought from him. He shipped them to me. He shipped 8 paintings to me. I wish I still fucking had them. Fucking cousin, bitch, motherfucking shit.
You gotta charge your cousin now.
That's right.
No, I already paid for him. I paid. I think he charged. I'm not even gonna tell you the price he charged. It was around $500 with shipping, 8 paintings.
Yeah.
It was a good deal, man.
That was
he gave me a good deal, and I was like, "Yo, sold." I cash apped him the money immediately, bro. And that's one thing. One thing I will say about him, today when he posted the thing about whatever he was posting, he did say that I am the first person that ever fucking bought art from him and had him come in and bring in on a project with him. So I'm happy he said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Giving
I wish we could have come together terms to make the shirts happen. You know what I mean? But he still got the shirts, so I said sell them shits. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, son. Promote as long as you're promoting mental health Hispanic, sell them shits, bro.
I'm saying, that's really the deal. If you're helping promote
and they're dope shirts. I have one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll unveil it right now. Here's the unveiling of it. I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh, we got the drum roll, please. Yeah, perfect time for drum rolls.
Okay. Okay, can I switch my camera around?
Yeah.
You probably could.
I don't think so. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So as always with his packages, you know what I mean? They do come legit, like legit. It has his, you know, he does his drawing on it. Face, his name, his thank you, his number. You know what I mean? Every one of them, for me at least, has come with something. I haven't opened this yet, so we got the stickers. Extra.
Oh hell yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then on the back it says something. It says keep shining till the stat.
Keep
Abstract
shining.
convergence. Keep shining till the stat. Abstract convergence. Which abstract is convergence is the thing that he and I've been working on. Yo, those are fire, bro. Those are fire, dude. My face, look at that's look.
Oh yeah. That's dope as fuck.
That's fire, bro. That's my face from his rendition of it from the fucking and then he gave me another one. I got another one here. Let's see, a bigger one. Two TO, boom, with his thing on the back, and then ooh, crack.
Oh snap. Oh snap.
That shit is fire. It says forever and always appreciate on this side. Thank you. Your support is always acknowledged. Much love, T.O. Got my name right too with the T and the null set. Yeah, son, that shit is fire right there, bro.
Oh,
that
we better
shit is
stop.
fire. So here's the thing. I'm gonna make these into shirts, bro. Like I'm gonna fucking print that and print it as a fucking shirt.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's real dope, dude. Cause he made me a shirt. Now this is a 1-of-1. This is a 1-of-1, folks.
Wait, he does like doing the 1-of-1s.
I was thinking about making the Heist Club shirt with all our signatures, man. I gotta do that one still.
You got everybody's signature?
Besides like actual TO signature, like actual the artist signatures. And I think I'm missing Honey Pot, but you know.
Yo, here's the shirt. Okay, folks, and this is what I'm happy about, yo, because the stickers are cool, the drawing is cool, but look at the 1-of-1 hand painted shirt.
I can't see, fool.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Your screen's black, fool.
No, it's not. Not on my
screen
side.
ain't black.
No, it's not. Not on my side. It's not.
My shit ain't black. I can see everybody. I can see it in my own screen, so I know it's not black.
No, I don't see it on my screen.
And I can't.
Can you see crack?
I see crack, but I don't see you.
You don't see me right now? I'm standing in the thing.
Sometimes it'd be doing that though. It'll probably keep your ass keeping bright for the whole time.
Fire, bro.
It was like, it's copywritten. We gotta blank them out.
Dude,
this shit is fire, bro.
Yeah,
boom, then there's the back of it, crack, since you can see it.
What's this? Oh, faces. Oh, hell yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. That is super fire, dog.
That's fire. I wish I could see it.
Yeah. You'll have to see it on the rerun, buddy.
Yo, hey, but I want you to, hey, Jamie, can you put yours on Facebook, on the live on Facebook, with the volume off so you can see the comments? Because I can't see the comments because I don't have
mental
my
health
screen.
help. I need some help. That's the name of the mixtape I'm gonna be dropping.
What's that? I need some help.
Mental health help. I need some help. Mental health.
Oh.
I need some help.
Bro, that's weird how I see it. I see it on my other phone, but the phone we're talking on now, I don't see it.
Yeah, sometimes like because Riverside.
That shit is fire, dog.
Like our last pod. Bro. I couldn't see us the whole time, but when I went back over, it looked good. But the whole time it was blind. I couldn't see anybody's reactions or my
going
face.
In blind. Well,
I was just going in.
Unfortunately, we don't do many visual cues, but that is going to be changing in the near future, actually.
Bro, I got 4 different faces. I got 4 different faces from him. Teal faces with the renditions of it. Here's the first one he gave me. I love that one with the red.
Yeah.
And then these 2, and then this big one, and then actually this one 5.
That's
fire, bro.
I like the Spy versus Spy there.
Yo, this shit right here is hard. The Spy versus Spy shirt. You see the shirt?
Huh.
Shirt is gangster, bro. Yo, the shirt is gangster, dog.
Gangster.
Gangster.
Yeah, I bought this. I had to buy this off of him. When I seen him post this, I was like, how much you? I said, I'm sold, bro. That's mine. That shit is mine, son.
Going. Oh hell yeah, that's dope.
That shit is
dope.
fire, right?
Yeah, he did a good job on that.
He's a fire painter, man. You know what I mean?
Wait, fire.
He is fire.
I mean,
Absolutely
Who's your five favorite rappers? Dylan, and Dylan.
My five favorite rappers would be Black Thought,
Jay-Z, top 3.
Nas, right there. Black Thought, Jay-Z, Nas. Scarface. Scarface actually over Nas. So
damn.
It would be
lineup there.
Black Thought, yeah, Black Thought from the Roots. He's the dopest MC ever. You know what I mean? He is who I always would aspire to be in wordplay and fucking rhyme scheme and content and concept and coming across with something intelligent. Black Thought, hands down. Nobody beats him. He's the dopest MC in the world. Period.
I don't know, man.
I'll put anybody up against it.
There's so many good rappers.
Aside from me, seriously, aside from me, Black Thought takes it all day, son.
Man,
you know
himself.
For real. I am. I'll blow my shit all day, son.
I love the
spit bars,
of
bro.
rappers.
I spit bars, bro.
I love it.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I spit bars. My concepts are tight. My wordplay is tight. My rhyme scheme is tight. My analogies, the overall picture and arcing storytelling, and then just a fucking
I like storytelling.
My freestyles are ridiculous, and they're off the dome type shit, son.
Well, see, off the dome, like I was just listening to a podcast where they was talking about this, and they said, he goes, yeah, man, freestyles. I mean, it's official. It does not mean freestyle like the classic sense. It means, it's just. This other dude said it's free of style. I was like, what? Like,
what does that even mean? Free of style?
Yeah,
there's such thing as that. Everyone has a style.
It's not your so it's not written about it doesn't have a subject. It doesn't really. It's just you talking shit essentially, like just nothing.
If as long as it's coming off the dome, as long as you're just thinking of it while you're saying it, that's what a freestyle.
That's
is.
what he said. That's
there is
off the
no
dome.
other. No, that's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not a freestyle. If you're like spitting some
like.
If you spitting some like written shit or some shit like English, like red rolls, white silk,
Absolutely not a freestyle. If you've written it down, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Whoever this guy said this is official, who makes him the official rule teller? Freestyling off the dome, breakdancing, graffiti, b-boy. These are 5 elements of hip hop. There's no way you're fucking telling me. You're not getting rid of that.
All right,
you cannot get rid of that.
That's an important point right there.
It's unbelievable that people would even say that.
When did this was actually a classic. He was a classic MC, like somebody from the 80s into the 90s. So it was surprising to hear him say that. He said in the 60s, or I'm sorry, in the 70s, that's when freestyling. It was we would say off to the dome, but freestyles they was just free of style. I was like, man, you just making shit up. But you just said something really important. You said the 5 elements. You said the 5 elements. So that's new because it wasn't always 5 elements. It used to be 4.
No.
Yeah.
5 elements? I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think so, bro.
What are the 5 elements?
What were they? It's graffiti, breakdancing, MCing, DJing, and freestyling.
No. That's the MC. That's the MC.
So then, then it could be. But the 5th, what?
The 5th is knowledge of self. The 5th is knowledge
of self. Yeah, and what you're spitting about. You know what I mean? How you put your shit across.
Well, it's not really. I think the knowledge of self has to do with a lot of people would
knowledge
say
of you. It's 85% of shit. That's 85% shit, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is stuff I can't comment on, and I can't say that. So it's always going to be the 4 elements of hip hop, but they have a 5th for themselves. And that's fine.
No, I mean knowledge of self. You don't have to be an 85%er to have knowledge of self. I'm not an 85%er. I follow a lot of the principles, believe it or not, and philosophy of the 85%. It's what led me to do a lot of research when I first read that information and dug into those works and the supreme mathematics and knowledge and what all that shit meant. You know what I mean? And how you could apply it to your life. You know what I mean? Because application of mastery of self over this ether that we're fucking stuck in is the ultimate goal of what we're here to do. You know what I mean? I really think so. You know what I mean? To not come back into this matrix, this hologram. We are supposed to control and be able to understand who we are as an individual, knowledge of self, as a soul, what we're supposed to do here, what our real mission is and who we really are, but how we're also supposed to fucking spread it.
Well, I'm about to. It's really funny that you say that because like that is the theme for tonight as far as like what I kind of want to go over because I've never put it out in the public about my belief system. Like I'm open to everybody's belief system. I don't care if you're a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, or a Buddhist. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
any prescribed religion though. Any prescribed religion is not the way. I'm promising you this for one reason. Because it's dictated by dogma, and dogma is controlled by man. And as soon as you start to put the theorizing, the constructing, the scriptures and the books that teach it, and the community controlled by mankind, then it automatically falls short of what godliness is. You know what I mean? Because man has severe fault in a sense of, you know what I mean? Man and woman, I'm saying mankind.
Right.
Is ego, is self. You know what I mean? And so God is not self. God is quite the opposite, because that's what good and evil, in my opinion, would be, right? Good in the world would be giving to the higher consciousness, putting in for the whole, making sure everybody's doing their part, from the blade of grass to the frog to Todd to Crack to the fucking tree outside. You know what I mean? And the flower in the garden. Every soul is here doing its purpose towards the larger construct of the consciousness. You know what I mean? And when you only do for you, that's what evil is, because you're taking away from the whole of your purpose, and you're just saying, this is mine, mine, mine. That's the true nature of evil.
Well, this
guy's spitting something. He's spitting something.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Now, the purpose. I don't think we know the purpose, because the purpose itself, it's
of what
of all of it. Like the
I think we're here just because. Like anything that's alive, it wants to explore. Just like if we were in the thick of it, you play Dungeons and Dragons, right? You play D&D, this boy, right? I played a lot of MMO open world games like Conan, and just games you spend hours and hours and hours in a fantasy world with an avatar digital character that you deck out, create, control, level up on what you want to do with them, right? And then you run around the world and grab the food you want to food, kill who you want to kill, do what you want to do. And it's like, that's what the purpose of the MMO game, right, is in the open world game. Is to have an experience that's not yours.
Depending on what you do, you get like a light and evil side or whatever.
Exactly. How you interact with the energy around you. The energy field around you is what dictates whether you're good or bad. You're vibrating at a high resonance, love, or you're at hate at the bottom. You know what I mean? And that's God and the devil. I mean, there's no real God and devil out there. That's just, again, man construct to put something to scare, honestly, children and people into believing, right? Because God and the devil is you and me. We are God and the devil. We have our own destiny in our hands. We do right, we do wrong. We have free choice. You know, we're a part of the larger source.
How, like, what you say can either be peace or be at war. Like, you could say something that can calm someone, or you can say someone that someone's gonna want to shoot you or fight you or some shit. So it all depends on, like you're talking about, like your choices.
You ain't gotta say a damn thing and you can still get hit.
Yeah, you're
exactly,
right,
bro.
I don't like the way you look.
Facts, bro. Or you're just, it's not even that, really. What that means is, like, your energy's off. Something's wrong with your energy. It's pulling on me weird. I can feel that shit, and I don't like it. You know what I mean?
It don't have. I mean, that dude. I mean, the dude that slit that girl's throat on the subway or whatever.
Terrible.
Like,
it's terrible, train. Yo.
Yeah.
Killing anybody's terrible. There's no excuse for it, and she should be punished. The guy should be punished.
Of course.
Period.
Like, there ain't no doubt. Ain't nobody gonna argue with that. I mean, you can't kill somebody.
Why wouldn't he be? Yeah.
But
he did it right on camera and everything, like fucking lunatic.
He did not care at all. But he had been in. He had been in jail and in prison, like, I guess, a lot. And the fact that he's out to be able to do it was I mean, that's unreasonable that he was even able to do so. But I think
if he did his time. And
didn't he get like a similar charge, like already from like assault or some shit?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't.
Irrelevant.
His charges.
It's irrelevant. That charge is irrelevant because he already did it. He was found guilty of it. He did his time. And now he's out again.
Yeah, he did
it's
time.
Done and over.
He did time, but he didn't do his time. Like, so
he did whatever time the system and the justice system made him do, because they're the ones that released him. So you can't be mad at the guy for putting in, if he's got 10 years and he does 3 or 4, and they're like, okay, good behavior, let's go.
I can be mad at the judges, and I definitely am, because like evidently he had like, I want to say it was like close to 30 different crimes that would have had him in jail or in prison, and like it was an average of like 2.9 or 2.1, 2.2 or 2.3 crimes per year that would have had him in for over a year. So he should have been in jail when he was out murdering this chick.
I mean, he should have been, but again, that's up to the justice system. That's the judge, the DA, the system in itself, because he didn't pull himself out of jail. He did the crime. He went to jail for it. They released him.
But what's to say someone learned their lesson? What's to say someone learned their lesson? Say you're in there for 30 years and you get out, and then the next day you do it again. Like it's just it's in someone to do that shit.
You can't control other people ever. You cannot control what someone else does. It's not even feasible. You know, we can't condone it. We can't say what if would have happened, because it happened because it was supposed to happen. Things don't just randomly happen.
I can't say supposed to happen. Somebody fucking get their throat slit at random.
No. I'm not saying because the nature of the crime is horrific. But here's the thing: in the scheme of things, it's one crime amongst billions of crimes. So it's no different than any other fucking crime. You know, that people are committing and hurting and robbing and killing other people. It happens every single day in every single city in the world.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so here's the thing. Criminals are criminals. They're going to be criminals. You know, and this is also the thing I want to say to it.
Because I'm a criminal.
You said, I'm a criminal. You said he had whatever amount of charges. Yeah, here's the thing. You look at my record, I got mad charges. Did I do all those things? No, I did not.
Allegedly.
Not even allegedly. I didn't do half the shit they say I did. But you know what I mean? When you get arrested, they're not looking at that. No one goes back to look at the paperwork when you've been released or you've been found not guilty. All they remember about you is that your name was in the paper for such and such an act. So we don't know if it's true or it's not. You know what I mean? So I never bring up someone's criminal history. Who cares? That's irrelevant, because the incident occurred. There's really nothing anyone could have done to have stopped it.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I can agree with you for a certain extent, but if you are a habitualized criminal, then if you're a habitualized criminal where you've literally gone in and out over and over and over again, at some point I gotta say, fucking, it's time to roll in. You gotta keep this motherfucker off the street, because at some point
you can't keep him incarcerated, because there's sentencing for every crime that you do. You know what I mean? We're talking about the United States of America, and I'm talking about the corporate United States of America. Yeah. So there's a time frame and a penalty attached to everything corporate, right? Something's gonna come out of it. If you get in trouble in your corporate, have you ever worked a corporate office, either of you?
Oh yeah, many times.
Right. So you do something online. What happens? They come and get you. They come and get you out your seat. They pull you to the office and they talk to you. There's a penalty. You could be subdued for, you can't, whatever days without pay. You know what I mean?
I definitely did plenty of things where I should have got fired and I didn't. So I understand
getting away with something.
You know what I'm saying? I understand getting away with something.
I'm a career criminal, I guess you could say, because I've been on it on probation. I absolutely am. And that's the crazy thing, because I'm also a master teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a master teacher. I taught for 20 years in the school systems. I'm a fucking entrepreneur. I'm a fucking master carpenter. But I also am a career criminal. I've been in and out of paper since I was 16 years old. Gotten in trouble every fucking couple years since 16. I'm 44.
See, I'm
doing math. I'm not proud of that, but I'm telling you the facts of it. I haven't done all the things, but I have done some of it, and I've done a lot more that I got away with. You know what I mean? Be truthful.
That's the boat I fall into.
Hey, you got to take the good with the bad, I guess. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing. When you're doing criminal acts, when you're doing things that are illegal, you have got to go into it the mindset that there's a possibility you could get in trouble. And if you do get in trouble, there is going to be a consequence. This is what we don't teach kids anymore. People don't know is that there's a consequence for every action. If you're willing to deal with the consequence, then do the action. If you're not, don't do it.
That's a fact. I agree with that all day long. When you see people cry in the fucking courtroom because they got caught with an ounce of blow, like you got,
or they turn over on their man or whoever they're turning over on.
That's not gonna work out well for you.
You're criminal. You're doing criminal activity. You're an outlaw. You claim to be an outlaw or whatever.
Hey, sorry to change the subject, but I caught a late stream, and guess who won, baby? You're at the no.
It wasn't the Bucks, and it wasn't Florida State, because some bullshit.
But first time in a while, first time in 16 games against them we won. This is our first time we won, so I'm proud right now.
Who are the Bucks playing?
Oh no,
Jags.
We played Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
I hate Kansas City, dude. Fuck Kansas City.
Why?
Fucking bum. I'm a Buffalo fan, son. I'm from Buffalo.
okay,
I'm a Buffalo
okay.
Bills fucking fan,
I'm from
son.
Buffalo.
I'm from
Come on,
fucking
man.
Buffalo. What the
I'm
fuck?
from Buffalo. Forget about it. You fucking gabagoo.
I mean, you fucking gabagone. You gabon. Come on, what are you fucking gabon? Gabonets, as you would say. What are you, a fucking gabonets?
Yo, that shit is so funny. Like, you know
fucking
what's
Gabon?
also funny is like, Jess thought, so she had only heard your voice. She had never seen your face. She'd only heard your voice while I've been with you on the phone.
She thought I was black, I'm sure.
Right, she definitely did. She's like, she goes.
Everybody does.
But it was because now, see, we're gonna give a little bit away. She was like, she had heard the crimes that you had committed. She heard your accent and where you're from, and had not. I guess she had not heard. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you're racist. And
That's terrible,
baby.
Buffalo is a black city too. Buffalo is a large black population, and it's a proud black city. To be honest with you, and I've worked with a lot of awesome African Americans in Buffalo, in the public schools. Went to college with a lot. Was in the hood with a lot.
Where'd you go to
really
school
good
at?
people, man. I went to Buffalo State College.
Word.
Yep, I went to Buffalo State for my
You went
both
to
my undergrads.
no,
Go Buffs.
Yeah, I had the Buffalo State. I can't remember now. It's like an orange cat. I know that. Bengals, Buffalo State Bengals. I for both my bachelor's degrees I got in Buffalo State. And
I was about to say Garfield.
No. Garfield.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I love Garfield though and Odie, and the show right after. Think about this, guys. Did you guys watch that when you were kids?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Garfield and Odie was cool, but the Barnhouse crew there, the Duck, Wade the Duck, that was the shit, bro. That's what
way
me
later.
and my brother.
Yo, that's way later.
That's what we waited for.
You was watching cartoons into your teens.
That was when I was it was in the 80s. That was in the 80s, bro.
Really?
Garfield, it would absolutely. It would play
Barnyard?
a 15-minute skit of Garfield, and then it would play the very next thing. It wouldn't even go to a commercial most times. It would go right into the Wade the Duck, and the coyote was always trying to sneak in, and the pig, and the little chicken, and the little egg running around.
What the fuck? Okay, maybe they made that
was
cartoon
from the
its
80s,
own
dog.
cartoon later. I remember Heathcliff.
That was attached to Garfield. Heathcliff, yeah, I watched Heathcliff as a kid, absolutely.
That shit was old.
Absolutely.
That's old. That and Toxic Avenger and
Now Toxic Avenger's a little later than me. I watched like Thundercats, G.I. Joe.
what was the one about crime? What was
He-Man.
the one about crime, though?
He-Man.
There was one that came out
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, that's later too though.
I got the Darkwing Duck flip, bro.
I was a little bit later. I was watching like Power Rangers and fucking.
Yeah,
I
no.
fucked with
By the
Power
time
Rangers.
Power Rangers was out, I was getting my dick sucked in middle school, bro. Smoking weed.
Damn, bro.
I swear to God, I was. Swear to God.
And
I wasn't
Jesus
on
used to
kid
hang
shit
out
no
with
more.
him. No, it was Moses. My bad, Moses, and you was hanging out. You know.
No, we were definitely. I was in the 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade when fucking Power Rangers were coming out, and I was a little old. Some people in the fucking middle school and shit liked it. I was like, you know what I mean? I'm out here fucking doing stupid shit. I'm giving dome under the fuck, you know.
You're giving
I got time
dope.
for Power Rangers. I got time for Power Rangers. I want my dick sucked, girl. Come here.
Yeah, I mean that's. I
Oh
mean,
God,
I was
fuck a
definitely.
cartoon.
I was definitely highly sexually active, like at a young age. Like
6th grade. I got my first blowjob in 6th grade.
I mean, I was definitely. It was before that even, but.
No, I got mine in 6th grade, and I started smashing girls 8th grade. I'll never forget my boy Tony was hooked it up. My boy Tony Cafaro hooked it up.
I'm like 8th grade. My boy Tony. Whoa.
My boy hooked it up. Listen to the whole story, you fucking fanook. Everything with you goes straight to gay with this kid.
Fucking straight with gay.
Straight to fucking gay with this guy. No, my boy Tony hooked it up, so me and him went in it with this girl Andrea. I'm not gonna say her last name, but I do remember it. And we fucking just banged this bitch. We tag teamed there. It was fire. First time I ever smashed.
Really?
Yeah.
How old?
My boy Tony. I was in 8th grade.
All right.
I was in 8th grade. She went to a different school. She went over to Southwestern. And I was in Jefferson Middle School, Jamestown. You know, Jamestown High School.
Yeah. I was like, let me see. I was probably 10 first time smashing.
10?
Yeah, it was. I mean,
yeah, that's like 4th grade. That's like 4th grade. I was kissing girls and going up their shirts. They didn't have no titties, but we were going up shirts. 4th.
we
I
did
was.
it anyway.
We did it anyways, bro.
That's funny.
This is what you were supposed to do. You know what I mean? And we were grabbing ass and like rubbing box on the outside of the pants in 3rd and 4th grade.
Yo, that all that shit came really early. Like, I 6 years old. I remember like a chick going, you know, like it was my girlfriend at the time, and she was like
molesting you and shit. She was older than you, molesting you and shit,
no.
bro.
This was the goodie. No, my babysitters definitely did that shit later. Like those two was sisters, and they was fine as fuck. Like all the neighborhood kids.
All day.
I thought they was so much older than they really were. I thought that they were like, you know, they had to be like 16, 17, 18, 25.
They're like 12 or 13.
Yeah, they were like 13 and 14. I was like, oh.
How old were you?
What? Like 9. Like, yeah, 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, but I wasn't smashing shit. Like, I was just trying to figure out, like, they was like, hey, you should, you want to learn how to make out? It's like,
yes, I do.
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
and you look cute, and I'll definitely do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, me and my brothers were the only ones, and I'll be honest with you. Aside, I had 2 other buddies, my boy Jody and my boy Ras. The 5 of us were pretty much the only people in the middle school, that were fucking sexually active. And we were turning chicks out.
See, that's exactly why, like, you know, some of these people do not believe it. Like, they don't believe your, you know, like, why would kids do that? Like, why are kids like that? Man, all types of reasons. Because we were curious.
We watched porn. I watched porn at an early age.
Yep.
You know, we watched pornography because we found I remember a magazine once. You know what I mean? And then my dad started buying us Playboys when I was in like 6th grade.
That should be making me laugh, though. Like, that should be making me laugh.
But we found a porno VHS, and it was on a fucking, like, stash somewhere. I don't know. We were playing in, like, hide and seek. I was a kid. I was, like, 4th or 5th grade, you know what I mean? And we found this pornography movie, and we put it in the fucking thing, and we watched the whole shit, bro. We were like,
what did I hop into?
Yeah, you're talking about your first gay
sexually active, yeah. When did you, when was the first time you were a fucking homo? No, I'm talking about fucking the first time you were messing with girls. And I'll be honest with you, even earlier than that, you know, I remember as a kid, 5th grade, I'd be down on like the park area, and this older kid, Parnella, his last name was Parnella. He'd have these girls fucking stripping naked. He was in like in 9th grade, you know what I mean?
Fucking Panera Bread.
We had these bitches stripping. He had these bitches stripping naked, blowing all these dudes in a row. You know what I mean? I was a kid, so I was like, I wasn't with it because I was like 4th grade, and I just didn't process it yet.
Well, what school is this? So I don't bring my kids there.
This was in New York. But by the end of 5th grade, going to summer into 6th grade, we were getting blowjobs. I was getting blowjobs from bitches. I mean, by the time I left middle school, I got my dick sucked by like 40
I feel like that
girls,
meme.
bro.
You guys were getting blowjobs in middle school, like.
By the time I left 8th grade, I had 40 different girls give me a head by the time I left 8th grade. No joke.
See, I was
surprised you don't have like 17 kids out there.
No kids, and I never even really wore rubbers or nothing. You know what I mean? No, never been burned, and never had a kid except for the one I planned.
Yeah, you better knock on something, boy.
Shit. That ain't. I mean, I
don't ever want to get burned, you know what I mean? But I wasn't fucking skeezy bitches. This is the thing. Me and my brothers are good looking. We were triplets, and we were easily able to coerce girls into just doing what we wanted, son. Yeah. Me and my 2 brothers, Trevor and Trevor.
Bro, that's crazy.
I was selling dick wholesale. I was slinging that shit. I was like, hey, you. We
were throwing it around, man.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
We were throwing dick around.
They just got
right? I'm like, yeah, I'm T.O. today. What are you talking about?
No, back then I was tired. It was pennies. I call myself pennies back then.
Did you ever like do the parent trap? Like, did you ever like swap fucking twins?
Me and my brother Trevor, because Trevor and I are absolutely identical. I'll be honest with you, if I went out the room to grab a beer and came back in, and he came in instead of me, you think he was talking to him all day. His mannerisms, how he speaks, how he presents himself, his voice, everything, bro. Me and him are spot on. Face, that's everything. Crazy. He's a little longer. I'm a little. We have different little faces if you know us. You know what I mean?
Have you ever fought as kids? It was like I'm the better twin or something.
Man, I say it in my one song I'm like, remember all the family arguments? I said, remember all the family arguments, fighting, making up, going out and starting shit. We would beat each other up all day, and then we'd go out and beat other people up. You know what I mean? Because we stuck together, me and my 2 brothers, bro.
Yeah,
we were tight, absolutely. We were tight.
I mean, that's how you learn how to fight, bro. If you didn't fight your older siblings. Shout out to my sis, you know.
They weren't even. We brought me and my brother.
She goes mean.
Bro.
Dude. I know.
Women do go mean.
They do. Oh,
Women
well,
get
especially as
She
as an older
freaking
sister.
she bit my arm, and I had her bite marks on my arm for like 12 years.
I would have punched her in the face. I remember the first time I punched my sister. She used to antagonize and beat us up, yo. One time I just turned, bow, blapped her in the face. She was, never fuck with me again, bro.
Yo,
I swear to God, she didn't.
They learn quick.
Yeah, but that's how you learn anything.
My sister's a tough bitch too, bro. She is not a weak. She is a tough bitch, bro.
Well,
For
that's
real.
that's what you do anyway. Like everybody learns through that method is fuck around, find out. You see the charts? They've got data on this shit. Like it's
I've learned that whole way my whole life has been bang my head to see that it hits.
And then I only had it was only me and my sister. You had other brothers, so if you see them fuck up, you could be like, all right, I'm not gonna do that. Like I didn't have much. Like
dogs do that shit. Yo, you seen all those videos on like on Instagram, all the reels where you'll see like they'll have like a T-Rex eat some food and then go bleh, and the dogs just see that they're like spit out the food and fucking like, nah, I ain't eating that shit. Like, it's because they get it. It's the what is that? It's called the red berry.
It's the 100 monkeys. It's the 100 monkey theory. 100 monkey. And I'll be honest, the 100 monkey theory, what it states is that, and this is the crazy thing, is when someone does something, writes something, thinks of something even, it puts it out into the ether. Because monkeys, they study this over monkeys, and monkeys from 2 different locations, no interaction. One monkey group started to use something, a tool, a certain way. The other group had never experienced it. Boom, picked it up and started doing it. Like it was second nature. Just the whole clan did. You know what I mean? So it's like it's in the collective memory.
Oh, see,
you know
I was actually going with the practical. I was actually going with the red berries. So like you know,
this is a true study. You can look it up. 100 monkey theory.
I'm gonna look it up because like that's Jamie, sit there.
Yeah,
look that shit up. So right now, the 100 monkey theory, yo.
Yeah, so mine is with red berries. It's to say that there was 2 types of berries that they had access to, and so a lot of monkeys end up dying because they're like, all right, red berries, we can eat these. Because sometimes somebody would die and sometimes they wouldn't, and they're like, what the fuck? Right. But then once one learned that the darker berries were good and the bright berries would kill you, it was like, okay, all right, so we're gonna avoid those. And the information was passed on with no language, just shared experience. Your DNA though does actually hold memory. It does have memory. Absolutely.
And your DNA is literally connected. When you look at the structure of our brain and the way our DNA is strand and the cells and shit, it mimics the universe. It mimics the galaxies. It you know, we are just a representation of that whole large. This is what we were talking about earlier, bro. Like bringing it back to what we were saying earlier. You know what I mean? Like we're just a part of the whole. And so because we're a part of the whole, I use this example all the time. You can have a dropper of water. If you drop it in the ocean, that drop of water is individual, right? Until it hits the ocean, and now it is the entire ocean. It can be fluid as the entire ocean.
So it came out. The theory came out in 1950s in Japan. The guy was looking at a monkey wash potatoes in the ocean and eating them, and then he saw other monkeys like learn that behavior and started washing potatoes too without even like thinking about it. Yep. And by 1958, they claimed once the 100th monkey adopted the habit, they began washing without direct. And then
it was passed on like it's genetic code, bro.
Like you were speaking out earlier, collective consciousness or morphic resonance.
Yeah, that's what it proves. Is what it proves, yo. It's really what it proves. Because and this goes to then you got to go back now. Let's talk civilization, right? I've always been the Thoth. Thoth is the guy that spread civilization through the world. But all it would really take is one group of humanoids, because there were probably hundreds of thousands of different humanoids. Neanderthal was just one of them. Homo erectus was one. These were all these fucking species are existing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, just different regions, different locations. Evolution is obvious. It creates different genotypes. It creates different.
Somebody threw a wrench in that today, actually. So it was a Christian theological scientist. So he's pushing it. So I wanted to, and I like hearing from the perspective because there's something to learn from everybody and everything, and that's one of those things that I was like, okay, obviously, because there was a Christian scientist that he was proving intelligent design. Now, who designed it, we argue about that, but The fact that
he can't prove that though. That's the thing. So you're proving intelligent design, but what's intelligent design? If you can't show what that is, you don't really have a fucking case to stand on.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, the real deal
it's
is
intelligent in your mind.
No.
Well, here's the thing. There's no doubt that intelligent design of some sort this is all created. The simulation we live in is created. It's structured. It has rules. It has laws. Anything with rules and laws and organization and structure is created by someone. Just think of anyone that builds. When you go into building a house, you have plans to build. So it's got structure. There's rules. There's laws. Everything is abiding by it. So the house stands. So of course there's something intelligent created. What that is, who knows? That's the source of us all.
Stand by.
You say you write some songs, DJ Delphi in there talking shit. You go write some songs. I'll go listen to that shit. There's songs written.
Who writes some songs?
DJ
I'll write some songs right now. I could get up on a move and I don't give a fuck about it because I can do what I do. I'm till the stat. You can get your shit pushed back all the way like a ball cap, smack sideways because I'm all that and a little more. Man, I'm all that and a dime sack, son. I just scored. I just got a big bag of bliss. I just blowed up. And now I'm high as a motherfucker and I can't slow up. So what? So what you say? That's cool. That's cool. That's everything. Me and Crack a Rican gonna bring.
What you gonna do when Crack shows up? I don't
know. What
I'm
gonna do when Crack shows up? Shit.
Yo, let me ask you a question. So okay, let me go back. So
gonna get smacked up.
You just hit 2 points. So one of the points was you're talking about sim theory, which I definitely want to get to, but you're also talking about the DNA. The point I was getting at was that the Christian scientists, like what he pointed
I
at,
want to hear this.
What he pointed at was the fact that when you go to a microscopic level and you look at everything, there's very much order, like you were saying. Like there is order. There's a crazy amount of order, and there's also these mechanisms in cells, like in the cellular world. They'll look at the amoeba and things of that nature, and it looks like they have a propeller. Like literally a propeller, and it has jet ski.
It's almost it's a technology almost. If you think about it, it's a form of technology.
It's biotechnology.
It's biotechnology.
So
okay,
exactly
what it is.
So
I'm back.
That's the one from today, though.
Guess who's back?
So that was back in the day, and that's what made me respect Christian scientists. Was that exact thing? Is that he was proving that it's intelligently designed because there's no way that it's not. Cool. So then we take that, and then today I heard.
There's no doubt about it's intelligently designed.
He was a Christian scientist. He said, "Okay, we know about single-celled organisms, right? We got plenty of proof that they exist. Where's a 2-celled organism? Where's a 3, 4, 5? Why is there no fourth, second?
I'll tell you why. This is why my theory with evolution would be because when you shed and don't need something, you rid it. It's no longer there." This is why I know we didn't come from apes and monkeys, because if we came from apes and monkeys, they would no longer be in the picture. Because when you evolve forward, it means the climate, the weather, something's changing, which is forcing a change on your metaphysical frame, your body, how you present yourself, how you uptake and keep yourself. So whatever you're getting rid of, you're literally getting rid of, and it's gone. You won't see a presence of it after it completely evolves and changes into whatever it is. Whatever our cells are doing to adapt, because we're just malleable energy, you know what I mean? And we are constantly adapting to our environment around us and the energy around us. You know what I mean? Period.
I agree with all that, but my main thing is that,
there wouldn't be any 2-celled.
If there's no like double cells,
where would they be? They'd be gone. They're no longer in existence.
We have lots of cells. We're made up of how many different single-celled organisms?
Who knows? But it all makes up one body.
Shit,
that's the difference.
What's the percentage? Hey, Jamie, what's the percentage of your body that's other organisms? Like, that's not you? What do you think, Tio?
The percentage of your body that's not you?
Yep.
Like, what do you mean? Explain that.
There are parasites, of course. There are...
Of course.
Different things like...
So different antigens in your body and shit. What do you mean?
I can't
I would say probably... One antigen would just be the opposite of... antigen is the opposite, something that's not.
Okay, wow. It says wild, but
45%. 45%.
It says. Oh, okay. What's your take?
45%. What do you say, Crack?
I'm gonna go more than that. I'm gonna say the same shit as water, like 70%.
70% of our body
It says it has a
77%
list,
can't be
but what
water.
it says up first, it says most of your body cells aren't even human. Here's the breakdown: human cells are 43%, 97 to 99% of your mass bodies, and microbial cells are 57%, 1 to 3% of your body. You got trillions of microbes and bacteria, viruses, fungus living in you. They outnumber your human cells, but they're tiny and they only make up a few pounds total of your weight. In a 200-pound adult, it's roughly 2 to 6 pounds of micro mass.
Why
so
are
that's
those needed? I wonder. Because is that just my theory on that would be then is that because we're just the same substance as the earth and everything around us.
So
So
we got like
it
worms.
lives. Yeah, absolutely we
You
do.
absolutely do.
Absolutely we do.
It basically
Absolutely.
says it helps your immune system and
Stay active,
helps
okay.
regulate inflammation, autoimmune overreactions. Without them, you would.
Bug out on everything. Your body
It's
would just
like
shut the
it
fuck
just
out.
says your immune system would be like a rookie cop, trigger happy and confused. What the fuck does that mean?
Hey, I like that answer. I like that answer. Yeah,
Good
it's
answer,
shooting
Chris.
everybody. It's
Shows-
shooting everybody.
Yeah, it's just how dumb your body would be.
Yeah,
So
but
it
it's
relies
because-
on those because there's good and bad in everything.
Yeah.
You
But
need give and take in order for
Oh yeah,
existence
your
to
gut.
exist.
Your gut helps with your dopamine, helps with your
Yeah, see?
B12,
Absorption.
absorption, detoxing. So it's just like it's just like your body's natural.
I'll tell you what I found fascinating is antioxidants. You think about what an oxidant is it rusts, right?
Yeah.
Oxidants rust metal.
Yeah.
And so antioxidants would give you the indication that you need them so your shit don't rust. Your antioxidant.
Because
and so that means our body, because we have iron in us.
Yeah.
We have iron and all these gold, irons, every element that's found in Earth is found in our body too, bro.
That's
every
true.
element.
Maybe not
because
every
we
element.
are made up of the Earth. Yeah, almost every element.
Right. I was thinking like, we probably don't have the elements of poisons, different ones, and that's why they're poisonous.
Probably have some, you know what I mean, but to small levels and shit. Your brain has been exposed to it. This is how you can.
Yeah, I heard like
a lot of things
some levels of arsenic is good for you.
Absolutely, because it has to be, because your body has to be able to understand what it is when it enters and react to it. So in order to react to it, it has to have had reacted sometime before. So it's got a baseline. So if there's a baseline, that means there's some in there.
So
we got Professor T.O.
Yeah, it's just I'm just talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud.
And that's what we're getting into. We're getting into the deep shit, and that's what theory of everything goes to. And that's where we're at. Is like I'm trying to put it out there in the public about what it is that I believe in. It's very difficult to say because there's a lot of back knowledge that you have to have about science, about all these things before you can actually even have that conversation. Because most people are not ready to have that conversation because
never 90% of the population couldn't even 90% of the population. So that means if there's 10 people watching this right now, 9 of them have no fucking idea what we're talking about, bro. They're like, what are these guys fucking talking about? These fucking we're made of the earth and evolution and God.
Fucking hippies.
They have no idea.
Bet you they're libtards.
Fucking lib. I'm not even libtard. I'm neither. I'm an anti-federalist, bro.
Yeah, I'm a libertarian. I'm a libertarian all day, and that's
because we don't really have a democracy. We have a fight between oligarchies, and we have a fight between oligarchies, and we have a fight between like
aristocrats.
Exactly, aristocrats, which would be like the total control.
The technocracy and then the oligarchy. That's really what it comes down to.
We have a dictatorship and oligarchy fighting each other. That's what we have. We don't have a democracy by no means.
And even we never had one. We pledge allegiance to a republic because this is actually a republic, but we never say that.
But even a republic,
I'm surprised they don't say it to the Democratic flag.
we don't even really have that. To be honest with you, because a lot of people don't realize that after the American Revolution was fought, the Battle of New Orleans comes into play, right? And Britain comes in, takes fucking down there. Comes up the seaways, takes capital Washington. You know what I mean, takes back the area. We are a corporation of a larger group of corporations. The United States of America is just a corporation.
The 3-city state.
There's 3 majors. I think there's like 10 in the world that are unincorporated.
It's the 3-city state. That's the theory.
But
like if you go
3 control everything. Washington D.C. is the world's military. City of London is the world's finances, and the Vatican, City of Rome is world's religion.
But Sweden funds it all. No, I'm kidding.
Sweden.
No,
I'm Swedish.
I'm Swedish. Nah,
I am. I'm Swede. I'm a Swede.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Swede. Oh my god.
Ja.
That's where I get my good looks. A mixture between Italian and Swede. That's why I look so good, bro. Because I'm a beautiful fucking mixture of Northern and Southern European. Seriously, bro.
Shit, you need a wider gene pool. Shut up.
Man, I really am, man. I really am.
Yo, I'll tell you this. Let me ask you this then.
It's a beautiful combination.
Who makes the most beautiful babies? Like, what is it? Is it people that are purebred, or is it people that are mixed?
No, I don't think purebred anything. Purebred anything to me is you're gonna have an abnormality. You know what I mean? Because
it's the ugly. It's the ugly parents that make the hot kids. No kidding.
I would say a mixture. You would have a mixture, and to be honest with you, it doesn't even need to be between races because there's only 3 races in the world. There's Caucasoids, white people come from the Caucasus region. Mongoloids come from Asia, and Negroids come from Africa. This is the 3 anthropology breakdown of races. There's only 3. Anthropological breakdown of races. There's 3 of them. You know.
That's
it.
I mean,
it is.
As far
as
as thinking about
it's not even disputable. Google it. Not even disputable.
What do you want me
to?
Yeah.
3.
What is it?
Call me out. Try to.
What was the question?
Shit. I don't know. You're talking about the 3 races. 3 races. How many races are there? In science, you know what I mean? When we're looking at it scientifically, with evidence-based and genetic and DNA.
I'm like, how do I ask that without sounding kind of like...
Yeah, I've had that issue where it's like,
it's a fucking anthropological question. Anyone that gets turned off by that or says that's racist, literally is part of the problem, I think, because when you're talking academics,
I just asked what are the 3 races in science, and they showed me a whole list, like, and then I was reading it and it deleted it and it says I can't talk about that topic. I'm sorry. I swear to God, bro.
They can't talk about that topic. That doesn't even make fucking sense.
It had a whole list. It was saying, that you just opened a big can of worms right now, and it started listing some shit.
There's only 3 races, and then there's a combination of like.
That's funny as fuck, though.
That's weird. I'll tell you what, that's weird. It'd be the same conversation. It'd be like, how many sexes are there?
All right,
there's 5. No, there isn't. There's 2.
All right, yeah. He technically. Damn,
there's
I gotta screenshot it. Erased it again.
Yo,
no, it did not. Look it up.
I swear, bro.
Hey, do it again and then turn it to the camera.
Turn that around. I can't believe that.
Look,
you're Googling this, and it's giving you.
Look. It just switched again. You saw that? Sorry, we can't talk. Can we talk about something else? It's not discussing. I took a screenshot of it, so
that's what Google said to you. Google said that.
That's what AI chat. Yeah, my little chat guy.
This is what my problem with AI is. This is the thing. Everyone's like, AI is so intelligent. They're telling us everything. Here's the thing.
No,
AI is programmed by somebody. AI is given information that it's allowed to tell, and there's knows that it can't tell.
Oh Jesus!
Period.
I can't see it. Okay, let's see.
It can't.
All right, no, I pulled it up though. He thought he was slick.
Hold on.
He thought he was slick. Okay, I got it's Caucasoid.
Caucasoids.
Caucasoid.
Mongoloids.
Yeah, that one, and Negroids. Yeah.
Told you, son. There's 3 races, and then when you think about like what the Indian people or like the Middle East is a mixture between African, Asian, and probably a little fucking Caucasoid. You know, depending on what region they're from.
You Caucasoid.
You Caucasoid. And then you think of fucking Caucasoid. And then you think of what Native Americans of the Americas are as a combination of African or Asian.
Okay. So
Caucasoid.
It's okay. So there's a 3-race theory. That's actually the name of the theory, or I'm sorry, it's the 3-race model, which was
not even a theory,
social
it's a model.
and political tool, not a scientific
big difference.
Okay, I'm just reading what it says. The 3-race theory was a model. The 3-race model was a social and political tool. It was not a scientific one. It was proposed. Its purpose was to create a hierarchy that placed Europeans at the top and justified racist politics.
No, that's not true. That's not at all true. All right, I don't know where you're reading it.
This is just Google.
That's bullshit.
And everything is political, and all I'm doing is just presenting the facts. That makes no sense
because there's by classifying people into a certain what they are is not racist by any means. You are what you are.
As soon as I try to
You see what
screenshot
I
the
mean?
rest,
That's
it turns
insane.
off, bro.
That's absolutely insane
What?
because I was
I
taught this in
swear.
college.
Because it
I
knows when you
I was taught
swear.
do.
this.
It knows
I
when
was
you
taught this in
do.
anthropology. I was taught this in an anthropology class. Like
Yeah.
that was the model that was
And I'm
presented through the
okay.
books.
So you gotta hear it. So it says it's okay. So it's specifically talking about in the 18th century. That's when that theory came about, and it was done in Western. It was done by Western scholars, European scholars. Okay. So then it says
That was who was pushing the world at that point, so it makes sense. It's not racist. They're pushing the world at that point.
It's not racist.
Oh,
not
it
saying
keeps
that-
deleting it because it says it's pseudoscience. Modern genetics show that human variations is continuous and doesn't fit neatly into racial boxes. Why modern shapes, genetic overlap.
Well, yeah. If you talk about now,
That's the stupidest thing in the world.
no. I know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
We're all
but
mixes,
you
right?
got to talk with we all, even back then we are. Here's the thing. Even back then we are, because even though there's a group that starts here, a group has to start somewhere, and other group that looks completely different didn't start in the same place. They started in a completely different place because it's all dictated by geography, man. The climate and food sources and sun variation,
But I
and
thought
minerals available and
technically
water.
we're all African then, right?
So
I don't believe that. I don't believe that theory.
Where we all
Okay.
like
all right. So
start
from.
yeah. Starting
Out
point.
of it's called
Okay.
the out of Africa theory. That's the out of Africa theory. I don't believe that particularly because here's the thing. Again, I think there were hundreds of species of Cro-Magnon and Homo erectus and Neanderthal running around because they were all had to be different based on the fucking geography and climate they were in. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
all that makes what makes an African skin different than a European skin. Think about it. They're darker. They're in the sun. It's Africa. The sun's beating on them. Over evolutionary change, their skin becomes darker to adapt with the sun. The
Well,
very
we're
opposite
gonna
is
go with
Caucasian. We're in the snow-filled Caucasus Mountains, white snow. What do you think we adapt to? Look, this is just evolution. This is proof of evolution.
Okay. So
It doesn't mean that
go
we're
with this.
different species.
Here's
It
what
just
we're gonna
means
go with.
we adapt differently. Same with
So-
different birds.
Kentucky Derby, 3 races. Yeah, DJ. What is that? Aris got in here. Like I said, yeah, 3 races. Indy, Daytona 500, the Kentucky Derby. Like, but for real, like that's. I mean,
Watkins Glen.
that was a good one. That was a
that
good
was a
one.
good one.
That is good. That is good. That's a good light on the topic.
So that's so to me, like, so what we're talking about here is we're talking about, for a fact that we use race as it's always been a topic that people use for their control, and it's also used to make people subservient. Like, we are all one, right?
Absolutely. Racism definitely exists. There's no doubt about it.
So to go back to yours, yes, we are different, not only culturally but also physiologically, in the sense of
Adaptation.
But going back to even further than that, because like we're all the way back in the beginning of life, which is those cells. Those cells jumped from this to this. So if we came from monkeys, okay, then that would be 3 different. There would be 3 to 5.
We came from
monkeys.
bananas.
Right,
Monkeys
we
then
came
wouldn't
for the
exist.
bananas,
That's
see?
my problem with
Give
that.
me all them bananas, motherfucker. No,
We'd be
We're 99%
If
or
we came
something.
from monkeys, we'd be in the trees throwing shit at each other.
I
with
got
bananas,
99.
man.
We do that, actually. You've been to jail.
I have been to jail. It's very much like that.
So, like, okay, and I think there is parts of, and that's the problem for me, is like, okay, so evolution is a thing, but also there's intervention that seems to have happened in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
Multiple times.
Absolutely.
So, like,
Absolutely.
and that's what I'm talking about, really, is the intervention of how we got here. So, like,
We definitely were
if you
intervening.
bring it all the way back, we're going to go all the way back. to-
Genetically modification.
Yes.
Absolutely.
CRISPR
By
is
some
not
extra
shit.
dimensional being, something
Yes.
that was
That's what we're going to get to.
more
We're gonna get
advanced
to
than
it.
the human race at that time.
Let's go
what I
right
think
up to
they-
it, because it's not that
Yeah,
hard.
what I think they would have done, so here, just like we have all these different countries today, there's a whole galactic of star people, right? They all look different. They're all coming to Earth as a federation, just like we would have the world, you know what I mean? Or the United States. Not everyone in the United States looks the same. We're all different. And so you would have this same thing on a larger scale in the sky systems, right? So all these different beings, some are physical, some are gas, some are not. They all interact with each other because they're all part of the
I saw
same
a
group.
documentary. I saw a documentary to back you up entirely. Like, they went to this, like, because they went off planet, and they went to this planet, and there was like all these little itty bitty like fuzzy motherfuckers, and they was like, yo, they're completely different. And so it was crazy though. It was crazy. There was a motherfucker that wanted to choke people with his mind and shit. Like that was a documentary though.
They would be all different, and so they hear these beings land on Earth. Now, let's go back. We'll start at the very beginning, right? Because we said that we come from Africa. Well, at the time, probably all the continents were pushed together, or there wasn't a lot of continents out of the water. So all people definitely came from a central location. I would say yes, probably around the equator, Africa, middle Mesoamerica, or Mesopotamia. So that
Maybe
region,
Egypt.
that region from Egypt, from Egypt, Saudi Arabia, all the way up to fucking Iraq.
So,
and probably a little bit of the coast and the Gold Coast in
here's a
Africa.
question.
So that would have been that would have been where we all stemmed from. Yes.
Where would so
I agree
this
with
is
that.
before this is before
This is way back. This is the creation of
this is before the
Homo erectus type.
the separation of the continents. When we were
Correct.
still
This is
Pangea.
before absolutely.
Okay. So this happened
before that.
All right.
And then when it's separated, that's why you have different Homo erectus groups, okay? So here we're at that point, and then these aliens come down, or these beings come down. They all look different. And what do? They don't all land in the same fucking place. They spread out throughout Earth. And what do they interact with? The different variation.
We're not that different though. Like we're not that different. Like we're not so different that I think that what I would put on that one, the spin.
We're not that different. No.
Right.
People
So
are not that different. It doesn't matter white, black, yellow. It don't matter.
If we did come from monkeys, I would say that they put the genes into the. But they would make sense. It sure does. If they if they have advanced technology, they know how to use CRISPR.
Maybe Homo erectus come from monkeys.
No.
Maybe I don't know.
No. Both like so alien DNA.
They took some DNA from them.
Right. And they're
they
like,
could have.
Hey, because we're doing it right now. We're putting
some of their own too.
We're doing that shit with tomatoes. We're doing all that GMO. Like not all of it, but a lot of it is tropical
gene splicing.
So that's
wasn't there like a food that they made by accident that like everyone eats now?
I mean
corn.
Yeah,
corn.
Yeah.
Corn is not.
It's not an
real.
accident though. It's not an accident though.
Corn is not real. It's a bio. It is not an accident. It was made for fuel purposes.
Yeah,
really.
Well, no. Mexicans, the Aztec, the Maya.
They used that as barter system.
They're the ones who did it.
They ate maize. They ate maize.
Right, and that's what they were doing though, is they were growing it slowly over time, and that's what it evolved to because of their practice, and that's the first GMO. But no, what I'm getting at with that though is that
But that's evolution too, because it changed the environment changed, and so the fruit changed.
So all right, I got a couple things. What was made by accident? Chocolate chips, popsicles, popsicles.
None of these are natural. Chocolate chip could be natural.
Cornflakes.
Nah.
Well, that's these are all man-made things. Yeah.
Potato chips, beer, ice cream cones.
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker! Like, I dropped a potato in the peeler, and then I put it into the oven. Get the fuck out of here.
LSD was made by accident.
It says
it wasn't made by
he was
accident.
trying to spite a picky customer who kept sending back soggy fries, so he took some crumbs and sliced it in thin paper and gave it to the crisp, and they loved it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but these are all man-made things. We're talking things in nature.
Yeah.
Nature things that can't be controlled by man. Yeah.
So
nature,
things in nature. Because nature doesn't make mistakes. I wanted to say this earlier. Nature ultimately is God. You know what I mean? There's no mistake. If you either fly or you fall, you sink or you swim, you live or you die. There's no second chance. There's no try again. There's no try it over. There's no let him learn and you'll learn off of your mistakes. No, a mistake means gone in nature. When there's a mistake, it's not a mistake. It evolves gone and it's gone. It's no longer to be found.
It said, all right, basically through nature, these things were fermented. Where we found out was beer, yogurt, wine.
Yeah, beer.
Sauerkraut. Wow, I can't read. Yo, that's not how you spell sauerkraut. What the hell?
S-A-U something.
S-A-U-E-R. K-R-A-U-T.
I would have German. That was the Franks, yeah?
Raisins and cocoa beans.
So they think LSD was made on accident in the ancient days because they would put all their harvest, of course, for the season. This is part of the agricultural revolution, right? They start saving for the winter, through the winter. and the crop would rot. The ergot would rot, and LSD is a byproduct.
For though? What was the ergot for?
That would have been grain. That's their grain. That was grain.
Oh, is that what
ergot's grain? Yeah, it's like a wheat, a grain.
I thought they used that to drink. Didn't they give that to someone and they drank it and they died?
Well, they would have consumed probably spoiled or fermented, so to speak, ergot, and that's LSD.
Maybe
chemically
you're the right person to ask about that. What about the Salem witch trials? Like, you think that was ergot poisoning? Because I thought that.
I think the Salem witch trials are very much having to do with dark arts. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I thought that, and they were tripping because I heard whatever locust thing was eating the wheat, they were like tripping off the rye bread or whatever the fuck they were doing.
The people could have been tripping, absolutely, but I also do believe that these people, this woman, and she was, here's the thing: you're talking in a European colony, you bring up a Haitian slave. Now, Haiti people are very tied to spiritualism. You know what I mean? I had the pleasure of living with a couple of Haitian cats. One of them was a voodoo priest. I learned more about religion from that dude than I had my entire life fucking growing up, bro. This kid had more fucking insight, more knowledge, helped shape my modern belief of what religion is from him. And this was only like fucking 4 months ago. It was the first place I got into when I left, stopped being homeless. I was blessed, man. Well, you know what I mean? Real cool cat. So you bring up the slave, and she's doing things different than what? The Roman Catholic, the WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant model of doing things. Yep. So she's probably doing, I don't want to say witchcraft, but some sort of magic, because magic is magic, right? It all comes from the same source. Even the devil's magic comes from God. Even the devil's magic. And here's the thing that this kid told me. God is the secondary being in this universe. I said, what you mean by that? He said, because out of darkness came the light. So he has to be second. Because out of darkness, first, had to be dark for light to come. That's the second. So out of darkness came light. So the dark arts, the magical component that everyone, Satanism they'll say or whatever, is really the foundation of the universe, the dark matter. Because out of that came light. Out of that came the source that created us.
People aren't really good with they just label shit as Satanism. Like that's because they don't know what they're talking about. Like real Satanism has very little to do with all these.
Satanism is just do what thou will.
Yeah, it was weird. Like because I saw some. I don't know if it was a front, but I saw some of their practices, like what they taught about. It was like it sounded really peaceful, and I'm like, how's that about whatever? I don't to each his own.
What Satanism is, and this is how it testifies the church, and this is why the church is so against it. The church is saying, in order to understand God, you have got to come through us. You've got to come to church. You've got to talk to your priest. You have to go through somebody to get God. Where Satanism and any of, this would be true for Wicca. This would be true for the voodooism. They're saying, just like Jesus Christ was honestly preaching, you find God in yourself. You're never going to find God through another individual. If you're looking for someone else's help for God, you're looking in the wrong direction, because God is within. We are God. The temple is within us, so to speak. This is what Christ is preaching, right? This is what all these religions preach. Satanism, Buddhism, do what thou wilt do for you. You're the one that needs to go through. You're the deity. That's what Satanism preaches. Voodooism taps into self, nature. You know what I mean? Because we're all a part of nature. So they don't like that. The church don't like that, of course, because what does the church collect? Money, fucking psalms. And you have to come to church, and while you're coming, you have to give up tithe so much of your income. And if you don't, you're a bad Catholic. You're a bad Jew. You're a bad this. That's bullshit. This is what Christ was flipping tables over. The Jews
are willing to give that up. They might have to.
And I'm not even gonna say Jesus, because that's not his name. It's a made-up interpretation. It's true, man. Jesus is a made-up. Jesus, the person we're calling Jesus and everyone's worshiping, is actually an evil deity, because a name is a name. You cannot change a name. My name is Todd Allen Pitts, Teal Lestat, in every single fucking language. You go to China, they're not saying, they're calling me Todd Allen Pitts in their best fucking English that they possibly can. The same way when I meet an Asian guy, I'm calling him Zhang Xiaohu, whatever. I'm not making up and changing his name into English.
I think you just
because names are syllables. Names are vibrational sounds. You know what I'm saying? It's given to you. It's awarded to you. It's what the system is giving you when we enter this matrix. A name and an identity. And so it identifies you.
We're gonna go to we're gonna bring it to a fundamental level. So you're going back to
Jesus Christ. Let me just say what I'm saying. Jesus Christ is not Jesus Christ. That is an evil deity. The actual character is Yeshua. You know what I mean? Period. That's what his name is.
They're talking about. I thought Yeshua was God.
No,
like that's his name.
Yahweh is God.
Oh,
Yahweh and Yeshua of the Holy Spirit, right? Amen, type shit. So amen is a vibration,
maybe
right?
They simplified it to.
There's no simplifying. You can't change somebody's name
to make normal people understand.
Here's the thing. Can you go to China? Are they going to change your name, bro? Are you going to allow that?
So you go from...
They're going to call you something different in China? That was my point I was making.
Yeah,
would you do that today? No, you would not.
James,
you don't simplify people's names.
Paul is in the Bible. I don't think
your name is your name, right? Your name is your name.
I think there was one named Simon.
They're talking about a totally different character. They're not talking about Yeshua, God, the Son in which the Bible is referring to. Because when you bring up the name Jesus Christ, that's not his name. We're talking about somebody different. It's a trick.
All
it's
of
a deception.
This applies to the concept and it just deepens it. So like,
people should research this, man. I'm not making this up.
You say that the names that you can research anything and you can back it up. That's the thing. You can research anything and you can back up anything because there's
some source that supports it. Yes, but this is what people.
My research wants to back out of my shit.
When they go to research, they stop at the first or second source that they look at. You're not doing research until you've reached the first source. Who are they quoting? Who are they quoting? Who are they quoting? Who are they looking at? Until you can't go back any farther to the original source. Then you can start doing your research. If you look at a book and there's a bibliography of 10 people, you haven't done enough research. Keep going. You don't ever quote that book. Keep going. If you're quoting the book that has 10 bibliography sources, you're not even close to the facts. You're so still far away from them because anyone can support anything they want to say with the right research. But once you break down all those bibliographies and you yourself compare and contrast, say this is opposite of this. Okay, we can't use those sources. There's one more. Okay. Oh man, there's 3 more here. So let's go check those 3 sources. Then we go back. You can't start doing research until you've reached the source where there's no more sources.
I don't buy that. I don't buy it.
How? What do you mean you don't buy that? Okay. There's a single fact that stands on every fact. There's a single fact that stands on every truth, correct? There's one fact. There's not 5 facts.
Yeah, what's T.O.
going to be? 10 facts.
He said it's locked in. She said it was Beanie. Beanie in a bikini said, "Okay, I know what T.O. is going to be in the comment."
He told me today.
Oh, her?
He said I'm locked in. He said he got a picture of me and shit. You talking about homeboy, right?
No, they're talking about on the live stream. It's Beanie in a bikini.
Beanie in the bikini is your boy, right? Is our boy? That's the one girl. That's the one.
She's gender fluid, I guess.
Gender fluid. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay.
I was like, wait, this is a term now?
I mean, if there's no such thing. I don't give a fuck. Gender fluid. Get the fuck out of here. There's man and woman.
Hey, my gender fluid is low right now, and I need I need a refill on my gender fluid. Okay?
I'll pull my dick out, have a girl come pull her pussy out, and tell me where the third is. What's the third option?
They'll give you a third option. There's always a third option.
But where's the proof of it? Again, it goes back to a single fact. I guess hermaphrodites, because they have a pussy and a dick. Hermaphrodites have a... But hermaphrodites don't have a dick and a pussy, right? They have one or the other.
Sometimes, I mean, it could be either or, and it could be a combination of any. Like you could have a non-working both.
One is more dominant.
Yeah, it should be. Like if you're going to go that route. But
how did this get on topic?
Because it's on topic. It's evolution. We're talking about evolution. We're talking about.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay.
So
I got to charge my phone.
We're talking about evolution. We're talking about how
the theory of everything.
Right, the theory of everything, which is like, and it covers everything, because it all ties together. Because it's that's the problem with a lot of the identities that people take on when they go, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Buddhist, or I'm a Jew, or whatever it is, or I'm a Jags fan. I mean, I kind of judge you, but I shouldn't. But
hey, we got that dub.
Yeah, I mean, you did get it. And your college team is even worse. Like that's probably the worst team out there.
I haven't turned on the TV.
Oh, college football.
I know y'all Northerners don't even watch that shit. Like y'all don't give a fuck about no college. That's the only thing I cared about
Fuck
forever.
out here with that shit. I
Um,
don't even care about real football. Fuck that shit too. Another
But
illusion.
it is
Roman
another
gladiator.
illusion. It's sports entertainment. That's the problem now. And when they had to change, when the NFL had to change their class in the for their registration, like for your business, you have to be in a certain class to be able to trademark or
Entertainment, I
copyright,
know.
right?
So that shows you it's rigged, it's channeled, it's scripted.
It is now
Entertainment scripted.
sports
It's not real.
entertainment. That is
Entertainment.
how it's labeled, and only certain things are labeled sports entertainment. One of them.
So we were saying something. You were going on to say something.
I was going on to say that, like, all of the stuff. Well, there's a couple points in there, which is the circus. The Romans and shit. Give them the circus and peanuts, and they'll stay distracted.
Truth, man.
Which is it ties in because there's control systems. And I wanted to bring it back to the fundamental, which was fundamentally, do you think that order or chaos is good or evil? Like, which one would you assign to which?
It has to be a happy medium.
Well,
Order and chaos is a part of. I would say order and chaos are both. You are both good and evil, because you always have the up and the down. You have the best side of order and you have the worst side. You have the best side of chaos where things are good and the worst side, because there is no one. We're a polarity. We're always a duality.
Well, think about this, because most people they generally say that order is the way of the good, but I mean, order is also the way of every dictator you ever saw. It's also it's how you slide down that slippery slope of like losing your freedoms or freedom or life, but it's always based on
chaos
rules.
Can be good.
Chaos is
because
only
if
good.
you're overthrowing tyranny, that's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying. Well, no, not only that, but change.
Then it's bad.
Change in anything, like every time there's a change in anything, there's chaos. There's not. You don't get any life in a motionless pond. Like you don't get any without motion.
Something drastic has to happen.
For us to be here right now, and the moon to be the size it is, and cause the waves to jostle and so on. Let the DNA form slowly, over millions of years, a billion years of just sloshing around, like going, all right, wait until we fucking put these chains around, like these each one of their chains, the chains, the DNA strands, and create that life. It has to be perfect, and that comes back to design. It all ties together. So that comes back to design. How did we get here on Earth going from one cell to those? What it seems to me is that the most likely outcome is because, like, if I was going to be, say this planet was going down, and we knew there's no way we can't make it anywhere, like no other planets, whatever. We're not just going to give up and say, all right, well, I guess it's humanity's done, right? No, hell no. We're going to send shit out there into the universe. As it's called panspermia, and it's where you just essentially shoot off your seed like a dandelion does. Like you blow it and
kind of like terraforming.
Yeah, you're hoping that it lands on hospitable ground, right? So like,
making it adaptable.
Yeah. Period. So if you was DNA, if you was smart and say we live another 1,000 years, as a race or as humans. The human race. See, there's only one race. It's only the human race, guys.
The human race. There is only one race, really. Right. There's humanity. And
I identify as a dog.
Huh?
That guy's not fucking human, then.
But here's the thing. We're talking about our physical frame, right? You're talking about how we got here as a physical body. I honestly think that, me personally, this is my personal belief. We're souls, you know what I mean? We're a collective of the source of some sort. We're angelic beings or demonic beings. They're the same thing, just on different sides of the coin. The demonic ones think that they're right. The angelic ones think that they're right. You see what I'm saying? Because you always are going to have this power struggle. Someone always is going to have to, no matter what, have to be the dominatory force. That's just the nature of nature, right?
Chaos.
Because things become eradicated. Things get taken over and pushed out. And that's just life, man, of all sorts. So we're souls, right, of the source. And we're just metaphysically projecting this onto ourselves. And when we come to the earth, we find this habitable zone. What do? We take from it the compounds of the earth to make ourselves, so we can, because there's rules and laws. There's certain elements that have to be involved in three-dimensional being and life and all these things that make us up. same as this tree, same as the grass, same as a frog. You know what I mean? There's rules to this shit, because if there's one rule broken, it's the different animal, different species, or it's retarded, or it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Or you get
it's
the atom
dead.
bomb.
You know what I mean? So there's specific qualifications that designate each form of life, right? And so our soul, your soul, my soul, his soul, is all we've done and all we're doing is manifesting ourselves in a physical frame using the components and energy around us in this plane, because this is just a plane. You know what I mean? And this is my, you're saying that the sun's revolving around and the moon revolving around the earth, which is bullshit too, because we're in a firmament. The earth is neither round or flat. It's a constant bending of energy and manipulation and changing. This is what the Mandela effect is. This is what different, quantum physics is trying to explain. This bending of energy that creates and pushes out there. And it's the interaction of one piece of energy to the other that creates what you physically are and how you see things. How you interact with it creates your reality. It's all we're doing is so we're not even really physical. This is a manifestation. This is not real. We're not real. These physical frames are not real. You know what I mean? It's a manifestation of the soul that's put into this trap, this loop, because we came here and we're just experiencing, like I said earlier, like World of Warcraft or Dungeons, a different avatar, a different life existence, a different reality, because in every dimension we're doing this. Our soul is. So in the second dimension, we don't look the same as the third, and we don't look the same in the fourth, because there's rules to every dimension that dictate it. And so our soul is existing in multiple dimensions and realities, because it's infinite. It's a part of the source. And so it's because it's a part of the source, it's forever, always omnipotent too, right? And in every dimensional plane. So we're just manifesting ourselves into this third dimension. That's all it is.
Hey, I got the short end of the stick.
What? You imagine your life as
What
it
do you
is. Every problem you have is because you thought about it and you wanted it to be this way. You don't know it, but you wanted it to be this way.
Here's the thing: you didn't get the short end of the stick. You're manifesting your reality. This is what I've come to realize myself. I'm pissed off all the time and angry. My ex-wife. I've got no money to see my kid. I'm manifesting that into my reality, and therefore it's becoming true. And here's the thing: if you start to will, and this is what will means, I will do it. No, will means you've put something out. This is what Christ was talking about. You put the intention out, you visualize it, you make it in your head happen, and it comes to reality. You walk into it. You know what I mean? And that is because we're just electrical synapses, pulses, So wherever you shoot that pulse, it's going to go to. Right? And if you put it into this reality, that's the reality you're going to walk into. So I'm doing this for myself. You know what I mean? And this is what I've come to realize over the last 7 days.
Thank you to our
Amen, bro.
sponsors.
Del Taco.
Del Taco,
We do
they
this for
sponsor.
ourselves.
Okay, they're not sponsoring us, but they should. Depending.
And I'll give you
Shout out to Del Taco. Love
all
your
of a sudden,
tacos.
I start thinking I'm going to go to jail when I go see my PO of last month. I don't know why. I'm like, damn, I'm in trouble. And guess what? I got arrested. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
I
look,
probably
wait, hold on.
wouldn't have for that.
Because that's not,
look,
so
you could
that
throw
still
your
works.
best in.
That still works. That all of the things that you're saying, it's funny because everybody has their own idea of what reality is. They have their own idea of what all of this is, if they even think about it.
How many people can support what they're saying, though?
But they don't even have to. They don't have to because
Of course
truth.
you have to support.
No, they don't have. They don't have to because they don't have the logic or the intelligence to do so. And you
then they're just passing on someone else's thoughts. Because if you haven't logically thought it and come to yourself your own conclusion, it's not your original thought. You're just telling someone else's story. Period. And that's what most people do. I'm just saying that. That's why I'm saying that. Because I'll give you a great example. I'm a carpenter. I'm out carpentering. We're doing ditches work with this kid. I'm with this kid. He's young, Mexican kid. And he's telling me about Christianity. He's preaching to me about Christianity. I said, bro, I got to ask you one question if I'm going to take you serious. Tell me where Christianity came from, the Bible comes from, when it was created, and who created it. He couldn't tell me. He could not tell me. I said, then how the fuck do you expect me to take you serious, bro? You don't even know when the Bible and what council created the Bible, who created it, what emperor created it, where he got his information from. You don't know this information, and you're telling me that I should be following the Bible, and you don't even know where the fucking Bible came from? I said, come on, bro.
Yes.
You can't tell me to do something.
That's called faith, bro. It's called fucking faith.
No, man, the Bible was created in the Council of Nicaea, 300, fucking Constantine. There's no faith there, there's facts. That's when the Bible was created, period.
There's so many
There's no
facts.
faith, that's a fact.
There's so many facts based on the source that you
Nicaea.
found that. How do you know that? Were you there? Do you know anybody that was there? Is there any way to say that is a 100% fact?
That's
You
100%
can't say that's a fact.
There's
You can't say fact.
documentation of it.
You
That's
documentation. We can today. We are very good at making just with Sora 2, fucking having the ability to do anything. Like your vision and your visual, like eyewitness testimony was respected for how long? For how long? I saw him do it. I saw him do it. Everybody saw him do it. Okay, now with Sora 2, you can no longer say, I saw this. I saw a video of this.
Prove it.
Same thing about the documents from back in the day. You said it's documented. Cool, I can't talk to that person.
It is documented.
But I can't talk to that person.
Is a real person, correct?
I mean, yes, I'm not arguing the fact. I'm arguing
out
the
of the Council of Nicaea came the Roman Catholic Bible. That is where it came from. There's no disputing that. I don't care what anybody says. Show me the evidence that disputes that.
That's what I try to tell Christine. She's like, that's why it's called history, because his story, whoever wins, tells their story.
That's a fact.
Well, guess what? And he who wins is the one who writes the history, and it's written and it's shown. So Christianity.
But then you can write whatever you want.
Christianity is not a religion before Constantine creates it as a religion. Period. No one's calling it Christianity prior to that. That's the Council of Nicaea coined that term, put that together, made the Bible, put all the stories, because every single story in the Bible, John, whatever, they're not from the actual person. These stories happened hundreds of years earlier. They're retellings of it. At the Council of Nicaea, they wrote it down and put it into a Bible. So, someone dispute me on that. I would love to fucking have someone dispute me on that.
Done.
Do it. Prove it to me. You're not going to be able to, bro. I don't speak on shit I don't know, son. Like, this is the thing. History is history, absolutely. It is written by the victor. But there is also things in history, there's facts. And facts are scientifically proven because they can be done time and time again. You can't change something that is 100% proven and reputable over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
Did you personally perform these tests? Did you personally witness these events? Did you personally... If you didn't, then you can't say fact, because although...
I didn't. Here's the thing. I have personally read primary documents from the Council of Nicaea.
Documents.
So primary document is firsthand. That's what a primary document is.
I can make a fake document right now.
You can't make up a primary... If you made a primary document... What is a primary document? Do you even know? Do either of you know what that is?
Yeah, of course I do.
What?
The main writing of the book?
Primary document. Modern example. Something you probably have on you right now.
What?
All of us have primary documents on us, with us, in our houses, 100%.
Our ID.
Yeah.
Your ID is a primary document. Absolutely.
Yeah,
it shows your face, your age, your name, your birthday, your look, your hair color. It's primary. There's no disputing that information about you, is there? No, there isn't.
Only because we know it.
Now there's a fact.
Individually. If you showed me your ID, I had a fake ID. Fuck you. I had a fake ID as a kid. Now what?
Well, fake ID is not a primary document then, because it's not.
They would think it was. You go into the future,
but they make it look like a real one.
That's what I'm saying. It looked pretty legit.
So that's a forgery. You have these in history. Absolutely, there's forgeries, but that would mean that
history
no
in general
document would ever say Chris York. You'd never have a driver's license that said Chris York. You'd never be able to show that, and so that would never surface to prove otherwise. Then you would say maybe this fake one is real, because it's the only one he had.
Right.
But if you have a Chris York one, your fake is proven fake immediately.
What you're saying,
there's a primary document of
you call a document. You call a document fact, and I think the argument there is that a document.
I said no. I didn't say it's a fact. I said a primary document is a primary document.
Right.
Primary
it is a source.
Together lead to facts. Primary documents are what construct facts. And
it depends
history,
on how much you know.
What is it? A picture you use a primary document.
It depends on, right, it used to be. Not today. Because it'll have AI. And then somebody in the future would not be able to tell the difference.
Then that's not a primary document now, is it? Because you've altered what really is.
Right, but
now
you don't think somebody did that in history? You don't think people faked history?
It's altered. If you let AI touch it, it's no longer primary because something else has manipulated it.
Touch it.
So it can't be primary at that point.
Look. I think the thing is we're talking about semantics. I agree with you on the things that you're saying. I'm not even arguing that that's what was said, but the facts. When you need a primary source, you can't trust anything that you see. You literally have to experience it and go, okay, I understand it. I can see it. I've verified all these things about it. And I'm saying,
right, you can't trust one
you
source.
can't
But
do
see,
that.
when a historian or a person is putting together truth, they don't go to one source. There's hundreds of sources
Who
that say
owned all
the
those
same
books that you
thing,
were teaching?
and so all of those primary sources together make a point. That's what research is,
who was
right?
the person that was in the book? What's the company? McGraw-Hill. Who put all that information together?
McGraw-Hill's what's her fucking the rapist? There's father. Yeah, but
Gets to
he didn't put all
dictate
that information
history.
together. He owns the textbook company,
Right,
that
which means that you can
the
put in whatever
information.
you would like.
But the textbook is a secondary source.
It
So
is,
two
but you don't
different
need it
things. We're
secondary.
talking about primary sources.
We're talking about what is the objective truth, and the truth. This is what I say about the truth. The truth and facts are different, but truth and what is true is based on the individual's perception. Like, it's always on the individual to see that as true, and whatever they believe is true. You said it yourself, manifest destiny shit.
We're manifesting ourselves into this world, yes.
So the same thing goes for, the same thing goes there, which is the fact that
but if you've done something and there's proof of it, either multiple people have seen it,
they got
you
proof.
yourself told it, or fucking it's videotaped, or then there's proof of it, because there's the primary source. The textbook is a secondary source, and a secondary source is just a gang of primary sources compiled together.
Should be
someone's interpretation of those.
I can't believe
what a history book is. It's not a primary source.
They might have indoctrinated you. You might be. Hey, TOCI, CIA. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just intelligent. I'm speaking from facts, bro. I'm trying to discern. We're talking about everything here. So for people to understand that, in order to go find the knowledge you need to have, you can't. Most people will stop at a history book. You're absolutely right. I read this history book by McGraw-Hill, and it told me, well, that's just a secondary source. So that can definitely be altered. You're right, because it's based on primary sources, and it's going to use what primary sources it wants to tell the story. That's how history is told by the victor. But it's still using an actual event that actually occurred, that's actually somehow documented. And if it wasn't documented, no one knows about it, we don't know, then it's irrelevant. Then we don't know about it.
And that's where
But if there's documentation of it, all things come to a finite point. It has to. All conspiracies started with some truth, and have exaggerated. All history was some fact.
Well, that's actually where we.
There is a finite point where something has to occur in order for truth to happen.
And like I said, everything is tied. The theory of everything is tied to all of this. Shit.
You're on mute.
The theory of
see the system right there. The system. We don't want this.
They don't want us.
What are you about to say? It already knew it. Stop Cracker-Rican from talking.
Yeah, like he's spitting that bullshit.
They're like, hey, put it back, put it back.
Shut you up.
So the real deal is, to me. So this ties into the theory of everything in the sense that man is in the chaos and rule and chaos, and order of chaos. And so, like, to go back to it, essentially what you're saying is that you believe the sources, like the history happened the way that it's put, that they said, because they could easily fake any history for us. Tartaria,
I don't believe history
that
happens
type
the
shit.
way it's said. No,
right,
not at all.
So that's what I'm saying by the documents. They could get they do get to write the history books, like you said, and they do.
Well, that
primary source. Yeah, I saw it, Steve.
That's a secondary source.
Yeah,
we got primary source, but I don't believe primary.
What if Steve was paid off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
what is it?
I said, what if Steve was paid off?
What was paid off?
Steve.
Seed?
Steve.
Who's Steve?
It went past your head because he was like, "Oh, what if Steve agreed to it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what if Steve was paid off to agree to you?"
Well, he's writing a secondary source, so he could be paid off and altered.
No, he's a primary source. Because
who's to say, hey, I'm the fourth dentist and you pay me 10 shillings to agree?
Mm-hmm.
The fourth what?
You lock it in. You locked in.
Who's to say what?
3 out of 4 dentists say the fourth dentist, he got paid off.
Yeah. Well, that ain't a fact.
Well,
No,
that's what I'm
but both
getting
of you guys have. I'm just being devil's advocate because both of you guys have valid points, and
I don't actually disagree with anything that he's saying. I'm just trying to
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. But what you're saying though, you're referring constantly to secondary sources.
What I'm saying is that the primary source, because we are not the primary source, like we didn't personally experience it.
Who's to say they didn't conjure together and be like, hey, yeah, okay, good.
I saw you. That's how these accidents work. That's how a fucking insurance scam works. Like you gotta have fucking I was a witness. I saw the whole thing. Yeah, me too. My back hurts too. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what happened.
I mean, I guess it's feasible, but when you again as an intelligent, both of you guys are intelligent people, and Cracker-Rican, I know you are an intellectual individual. I've talked extensively with you on topics, and the thing of it is anytime that we go back to information, there is some sort of primary source you and I would look at and be like, okay, well, how are we disputing that? There's a definitive, or we would say, we don't know. If you don't have a primary source, you can't say it's a fact.
Right, but that's not even what they're saying. What I'm getting at, though, like I'm just saying that all the information that we have that isn't something we experience can be corrupted in some way, shape, or form. So we could have a completely false narrative for how everything went, and that's where I think that people take the Bible.
Yeah, but the
for instance, you said it was started in the 1300s with Constantine. Well, my thing about that is like, okay, but all of those stories existed 1,000 years. The earliest stories, 1,000 years. The Bible itself is really, it seems very much like the astrological forecast. There's too many
100%
things.
astrological.
So like these are just stories that were passed down. Like the stories happened before, before AC, the BC and the AD. Like it was happening before that. So how did you have a story about that? Like that's what I'm saying. Like these came from other stories, and it's a culmination
with the
of
Bible,
that.
You gotta think. You gotta think with the Bible. The Bible is a translation or an adaptation of the Hebrew text, right? Which that's the source. And you got to think, where does the father of Judaism, the original Jew, what's his name, David or whatever? I mean, the guy that has his mistress and his wife. His wife can't have a kid, so he starts having with his mistress. He goes to have a son. Then she has a son. He kicks the mistress out, and then he has this. This is what father Judaism, right? Where does he come from? Mesopotamia. So where is all of his information on knowledge and God's coming from? Mesopotamian Sanskrit. And what does Mesopotamian Sanskrit depict? Astrological events, because that's what the Mesopotamians believed in. And so all Christianity, all Roman Catholicism, even Judaism, Islam for that matter, all religions are coming from Mesopotamia, because this is where knowledge is spread on, you know what I mean? And religion is founded out of, the belief of one God versus many, the polytheistic. Because Judaism is significant because it changes the belief system from polytheistic to monotheistic. The only other person did that was Nefertiti, right? In Egypt, the sun god, Ra. And this is Nebuchadnezzar's fucking.
They had, but wait, hold on. They had other gods though.
Bloodline.
It wasn't just Ra.
Yeah, there was a brief time in the Egyptian Middle Period in which they didn't have polytheistic religions. They didn't have the Egyptian sun, all these different gods in Egypt. There was one God. They worshiped one God.
I didn't know about that one actually.
This is where the belief of one God really came from. It's not in Mesopotamia or Judaism. It's Egypt, way back.
But then how come other cultures depict like, oh, you have like Anubis type character, you have like, different kind of...
For Egypt?
Like for other cultures, like not only Egypt, but like Indians have their like certain, eagle or something that takes them...
A million gods.
And Krishna and those deities.
They're probably
3 or 4 of them, yeah. Raja and shit like that. I go to a fucking Indian temple actually here in Phoenix.
Oh, cool.
I do. I put the little thing, the little fucking red dot, the little paste type shit, and I go around to all the different things and circle them, and I look at what he's doing, and I kind of mimic it, but I pray my own prayers. Because those are just depictions. Again, these are polytheistic, right? So these are using deities to either explain things that weren't, or why things come to be, energy sources. They're explaining energy sources, or they're literally explaining, like we were talking about earlier, some extra dimensional being that literally manipulated and created mankind. All of those things are polytheistic, though. They're explaining multiple, why the sun rises, why the water is cold, why this is. It's just an energy force, an energy force, an energy force. That's what polytheism is. Wicca is a polytheistic religion. So Druidism, Haitian, the voodooism. These are all polytheistic religions that have survived. They got them in Australia, the Aborigine people, and even the Native Americans are polytheistic. You know what I mean? Of America and the Mesoamericas.
Yeah, they definitely were. I mean,
Yeah.
now I don't know about. Actually, come to think of it, though, I don't know about the Aztecs. I don't know if they had multiple gods or not.
Yeah, they had the sun god. They had what's his name?
Didn't
The
they have like the
Aztecs
snake
worshipped
thing?
Tenochtitlan or whatever his name was, Klechnikal or whatever. Started with a K. So I can't pronounce
You were
it.
closer.
Like
Yes, yes.
Quetzalcoatl or whatever the fuck it is. It's some weird name. They had a main deity, but a bunch of other ones around them, and their depictions and shit.
I thought
So
that.
this year you have this Hindu, you have this polytheistic coming out of Mesopotamia, which is just really, if you read the books, and I'll tell you the books to read, it's called the Earth Chronicles. SHxxTiN wrote them, and the whole book series is about, it's like 8 or 9 books or 10 books or something. I read them. And they're all about, literally, the foundation of modern religion is based on Mesopotamian Sanskrit. And if you break down Mesopotamian Sanskrit, it's all based on astrological events, the planets colliding and creating and destruction, and the 12 planets and the 12 disciples and da 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 da. It's a phenomenal group of novels. Very interesting work. It's extremely hard to read. When I was reading it, because this is when I was in my 20s, so I'm reading it. I didn't have as much knowledge as I do now. This is when I started my class, right? I'm reading all these fucking big. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? I had to go back and back 4 or 5 times, write notes off, immediately go look something up when I didn't know what they were fucking talking about, where they were talking about.
Damn.
Go look it up. The books took me fucking like 4 years to read all 10 of them. The first book took me like goddamn near a year. For book 1. Because it's all these astrological events that are marked in history, and he's showing you this stuff. He's giving you the evidence and data, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. So, of course, as a researcher, you keep going back until you can't find any more sources. That's how you find knowledge.
So
you can't go off what someone said on a secondary source. You got to do it for yourself, to the essence of the source.
So what I would say about that is that, like, I have a very similar experience with the search for knowledge, like looking for it and having to go back, and the thing that made me do that first, really, like being honest, like in real, like, yes, I did it for like projects of some type in school, like back in the day, but like Immortal Technique, Revolutionary Volume 2, that one.
Something he said made you go research?
All of what he said. I had no idea about so many of the subjects that he was talking about. I'm like, I've never heard of MK Ultra. Wait, let me go look into that. I've never heard of what was it? It was Project
Blue Beam.
Which one?
Paperclip.
Well, he didn't mention that one, but Paperclip. I'd never fucking.
That's how the United States really is formed. Project Paperclip. CIA, our government,
our technology,
what we are, NASA, CIA, FBI, all that shit really takes route.
We're all just science experiments.
Yeah, we are science experiments. Absolutely. But I think it's even deeper than that, because again, physically, we're just metaphysically putting ourselves here. Our soul is on the second, on the third. This is what we are on the third dimension. You know what I mean? And this is all we are. It's nothing bigger than that. It's just our soul manifesting what it is able to do by the laws of this dimension. And so this is what it spits out, and that's what it is. And then it's interacting with all the energies around us. So that's a tree, and that's a piece of grass, and this is a table.
It's funny that we come to the same. We come to the same reality. We come to the same reality, and have a lot of the same information, and still yet, I think that there's another explanation for all of it. Like, and I would
for what though? For our existence as humans,
everything,
or humanity,
all of it. Like you have the same exact information. Well, I mean, trying to go over it is damn near next to impossible, because like it's just a long topic. But to say that
the surface.
To scratch the surface,
I'd like to know if I could research it.
It's gonna be that principle I was talking about before, which is panspermia, and that's if we're going with Big Bang and we want to go all the way back, I'm gonna say that is there. If there's nothing, and we're living in dimensions, then there is something there. If we're a dimension of nothing and there's a dimension of something, and that's going to be that great energy that you're talking about, the source. And it just happened to somehow, it got either over full in that dimension or whatever the fuck happened, but it went and it touched our dimension, bang, and that is everything. And so that allows it to be the case for multiple dimensions and so on. It allows for us to be able to do a lot of different things, but really what it does is it coalesces all these fucking all these things like the what is it, the iron first, and all the, you know, it goes through the elemental chart creating all this shit. Once it creates all the shit,
It's like shards. It like creates shards of whatever it's the
Right.
energy is manipulating itself into being.
and that's where, and it's forming because it wants to form. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, because it understands that, so there is a source, but it's not, we're disconnected from that source. The other dimensional source, I don't think that we can access. I think that that's
I think
just,
we can access.
you think so? You think we can
I
actually
think
access
that's what
it?
our purpose on Earth is to do, is to somehow we're here and we're supposed to, as spiritual beings, you know, I believe in reincarnation. We keep coming back. We've been here, who the fuck knows how many lifetimes, how many civilizations we've existed in. You know what I mean? Because you get stuck in the loop. Because I think love, I think things, traumas bring you back here. Love brings you back here because the system is giving you an identity. It's giving you a reality, and then you're fulfilling what it's giving you. But it's giving it to you, and you are something different than what it's giving you. But if you just get trapped in the system, we just get back in this. You know, the system just keeps throwing us back in for its benefit.
So I think that's right. I do think that that's right, but I think that there's a process of getting there, and so once we turn, like, that's what I really want to get to, is that once it starts coalescing and all the things that it wants to do, because it's, you know, it's energy wants to experience this in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's deciding that it wants to experience
energy wants to continue
this reality. So with that being the case, it's like, okay, so it's going to form. Once it forms, it's going to go ahead and do and now to kind of put it back to what you had said, which was like, we go through these multiple lifetimes and all these things, like the reincarnation part of it. If we have the Big Bang, which is the
extraction of this light energy, something occurs.
We're going to have the Great Contraction. We're also going to have the Great Contraction. Once it gets so big, it does end up collapsing on itself. Like, that's just it's a weird math fact, or it's a weird scientific fact that's.
And when it collapses, it blows out, and so out of that collapses the darkness, comes the light. So boom, you know, the energy massively pushes out, and then it does it again. But what that is, I don't know. I'm not going to even pretend to know what that is, bro.
Because we can't. We can't perceive the fifth dimension.
It, bro. We can't fathom it.
We can't perceive it. We can't even. We're not even really good at going, oh, how many stars are out there? A lot. Your brain doesn't even think about it, because it's like, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, like trillions, and I'm like, how do they know trillion? How do they count that much?
That's what I'm saying. They're not counting them like physically. It's all assumption. Based on what we have, you know.
We can't even fathom it, bro. Yeah. It's so large. It's so much bigger than what we are. This is the problem. Humans have a problem, hard time dealing with it, because we think we're the end all be all. We're like God's creation, and we're the best. No, we're like fucking ants on this planet. To what ants are to us, bro. Like, we're peons. We're nothing. We're literally nothing. Individuals, we're nothing.
But you're a God.
In the scheme of things, in the scheme of reality, we're just a fucking blip. We're spark of dust. We're nothing important.
But that's what's funny. Like, you have both. You have that duality there you're talking about, which is you are God and you are nothing.
But our physical frame is nothing. The source of us is infinite. It is the source. Correct. But when we manifest ourselves into this body that grows and dies, is nothing. It's to us it's something because it's all we know. But to the source, it's doing it 1 billion times a day, 1 billion times a year.
It's because it's the ego. So we are attached to this life as ourselves.
What's a blade of grass to you? Nothing. One blade of grass is nothing amongst your entire fucking yard. Oh, I got one. You'd be happy if you had one blade of grass.
You've seen my yard. I want some motherfucking grass.
Like, fuck that blade of grass. Get that shit out of here. If you got a whole billion fucking blades, you have a beautiful lawn. You're like, look at my beautiful lawn. You don't say, look at each individual grass.
I got beautiful.
You know what I mean? For real.
But that's what I'm saying. But you're
grass ain't shit unless it's clumped together and it creates a lawn.
I mean, it's much nicer that way. I mean, it's still it is going to seed itself and then replicate, because again, this is where I'm getting to. It all ties back in. It's intelligently designed to do so, because it's biocentrism. We are the universe experiencing itself. So if we're the universe experiencing itself, like you said, we want to manifest in certain ways and so on. If you had just an energetic life, like that's one of the key principles of the theory of everything, is that if that fifth dimension is filled with nothing but energy, and that's what created this dimension, we can't perceive that as, it can see us like easy. Like it's like, yes, I see all of you. Yes, every single one of you. But as far as
I see all 3 dimensions below it, probably. But
we
can't see.
How do I know you guys aren't part of the Truman Show?
I'm actually. This is actually. I haven't been doing my podcast for a while.
That's a great movie.
This
That's
is
a good analogy right there, bro. For real. Who's talking?
Have you ever, after seeing that movie, I was always like looking around, like, "Are you my friend? Get the fuck away from me!" You know.
That in the Truman Show, he eventually ends up right at a single door. Single door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, what the fuck? That's where everything comes from. That's the source. There's a movie, The Matrix is all about what we're talking about, bro. The movie The Matrix is a depiction of reality.
Essentially, at the beginning of our conversation.
That's what we started talking about, was The Matrix, was it?
Well, like simulation is kind of
sim theory. Sim theory, because, and it all ties back in because we're actually, so we're making computers right now. I'm going to go there. We are making computers. They're called biocomputers. We take brain cells, like human brain cells, and then we go ahead and put it, we grow it. We let it grow itself like naturally. We add to it, and then we put electrodes in it, and we go, all right, hey, brain cells, can you learn how to play Pong? And it was like,
yeah,
it's going to take me a while, but it did it. And then it's like,
all
right, that's cool. So what's next?
I saw a thing on that.
So
I saw a thing on that. They had neurons, never showed them how to play, like, they just had little neurons in a petri dish, and they were playing Pong without even being shown how to play Pong.
That's right.
Well, here's the thing. So that just proves right there what we're talking about. Like, it's just a creation on a creation on a creation. Whatever created us was probably created. They're watching its creation make creations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I think
the infinite. Who knows how many?
They're probably laughing at us like, these guys just created cars. What a fucking dummy.
Yeah. It's gonna be their downfall.
It's unfathomable. That's what I mean. We can't even fathom it, bro. Like, we can sit and have the conversations, but we're so small in the scheme of it all. We can talk the biggest, we can talk the most intellectual we can have, and we're talking good intellectual conversation tonight. It still doesn't even compare to like the breadth of what really is, like we're just a fart in the wind right now with what we're talking about, because we're just talking shit, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, we're like you said, we're barely scratching the surface.
Yeah, we're barely scratching the surface, and we've talked about more things than what most people will ever even think about in their entire fucking reality and their existence. They half of what we said, 75%, most people are like, I don't even know what the fuck these guys are talking about right now.
They don't care. They don't care.
About?
They just
That's some real
go back
weird
to sleep.
Shit, weirdos. We're talking reality, though. We're talking real facts. Nothing we've said tonight is not gone out and go and prove it. You can go look it up. You can research it yourself.
You should.
People don't do it.
You
just
should
don't
go
use
out.
AI.
Yeah, right. Well, it's because it's all programmed. And that's what I'm getting at, is like when we get to the edges of when we're supposed to, like, we get to the edge of what we know, and somehow it shows, like, there's errors in the code, because it's like, that's not supposed to be possible, and then we find out that it's possible, and then but it seems like it's being written like every so often, and that's kind of the idea of biocentrism, is that when you close your eyes, like, you're not experiencing visually anything. So when you guys are still there, and the thing that's behind me, because you see it, everything else is gone. And then when I open my eyes, it's there. And that's just to say that, do I believe that's how it is? I mean, there's no way to know, because if you're not witnessing it, it can change forms, it can do weird shit, things can happen. So
we could be looking at the same thing and see two different things, bro. It's just how we're interacting.
You do it every day. You do it every day. You see a color different than I do.
Perception is reality. Period.
Bro, just how today you took a picture of the moon, and I was outside looking at the moon, and it looked completely different. We're both looking at the moon at the same time.
Exactly, because how you're interacting with it, your knowledge base, your synapses, and how fast you're flickering and building new neural pathways is going to dictate and determine ultimately what you see, what you experience, and how you experience it. It's going to be different for everybody.
I'm going to go even further. So if we say that we are, the only things that can change time, our perception of time, is speed and gravity. Like, that's the two things that do. Because, like you said, we were looking at the moon at the same time. If we both look at the same star, and I were to run by you, and this is not my words, this is Neil Tyson. And so if we were looking at the same star at the same exact time, and we're in the same room, from my perspective and your perspective, it's not the same. Like time wise, it's different. That could be weeks, that could be a month difference, or that could be minutes, but it's going to be different. If I run in front of you, and you move at the same time, and I sit and I take your position, I'm going to see into the future of what you would see by standing there still. That doesn't make sense to me. I fucking hate it because time always fucks with me.
It does make sense because this is what a lot of people don't even think about. Movement through time and space, okay, is the reality in which you live. And everyone's movement through time and space is at different points. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to experience the same event differently as the energy hits us differently. We're in two different parts of the country. The same events are still happening. It's just we see them at different times because we're in different spaces. And energy takes time.
Even if you go to the same space, the experiment is that it's the speed at which, like speed, it changes time. So because you're moving and you look at that same point, like even if our eyes were exactly aligned, ran by, it changes the date up there.
Space changes things, absolutely.
So speed and gravity. Yeah. So with those two principles, if sim theory is real and so on, we don't even have to be. We could literally be going a million miles an hour, way past. We could be going the speed of light in the real reality, base reality. But since there's biocomputers, and the weird part about the biocomputers is that not only did it play Pong, but after that they were like, here, let's put it in the body of a dragon or a butterfly, and let's see if it, what it does. It still had the same rules that we have here, somewhat. It gave it the instructions on how to maneuver the wings, so it figured out how to fly and then go and land on a flower. That's where it feeds, and then it sleeps in another space. So it's living a life.
But that butterfly would have a different perception than a butterfly that doesn't have those enzymes or whatever's in it.
It's it's just brain cells. It's experiencing that. What I'm getting at is the sim theory and how so if we can create a reality for brain cells, and that's what they're doing, like in its reality, that's what it is. It's a butterfly. Yeah. So when it's not doing that, the reason they're developing this technology is for storage space, because right now you can rent storage space on biocomputers, and so when they're not doing the little the screensaver, which is the butterfly life,
saving your memory.
They're saving memories for you. So that's a really fucked up thing in my mind. It's like it's conscious, but that's conscious. We're conscious. So
bro, I heard something like that, like these millionaires save their documents and put it in a mountain, so like the doomsday happens or some shit. They got all their documents or some shit.
And it's destroyed. You're talking a cell or like you can in DNA stores a tremendous amount of data. Like trillions and trillions of kilobytes. It's the highest fucking form of data savior in the world right now, bro. Our DNA.
Absolutely.
And
we forget what we eat the next day. It's fucking
but our DNA is
all that brain power, all those neurons. So like
crazy,
so like what that leads me to though is that all of this is connected from the beginning to the end. Like from the cells that we're talking about to sim theory to the religion to conspiracy.
Monkey theory,
it all is connected through a theory, through a unifying theory. And that is the theory of everything, and that's what we're going to be doing on this show and this segment, like of Shooting the Shits. It's the theory of everything, and we're just getting deep like this all the time, fucking
all the time.
Like I mean, of course, I'm still going to be doing my, Shooting the Shits, the natural is going to be with musicians just like it always was. But this show is going to keep it's going to keep transforming into different shows, different types of shows.
Shooting the Shits. Because it really is crazy, and I think one aspect of Shooting the Shits we should do, we've done it before, just a straight artist interview. We did it with my boy here in Phoenix.
Yeah, I've done a couple of straight
interviews than we've ever had.
I've done a couple straight interviews, like where I'm actually straight. You wouldn't tell by the beard, but I am. No, I've done a couple just straight music interviews where that's all I'm talking about. But like, I always want to veer off into these other subsects, because I like hearing the other stuff. You can get all of that information. If they ever do another podcast or anything, they're going to talk about these same things. Where'd you start out? Where'd you grow up? All these things. I want to do that show only so I can get to the next show, which is always like, let's go deeper. Like, let's go deeper into the rabbit hole. And
we can't call it Shooting the Shits anymore because it's evolved. Now it's different. Not the same.
It is, but see, that's where it's the theory of everything is where we talk.
Fire the crap.
Fire the what?
Fire the
What?
crap. Fire the crap.
That one's gonna be able to be on YouTube Kids. No smoking, To. So like, all right. So essentially, what I'm saying is that we're gonna be doing this show. Um, there's different variations of it, but that shooting the shits is always just gonna be shooting the shits, co-host, guest, and it's always
Talk
music.
about it. Before we talk about thing. Anyways,
We will
everything.
talk about this. Yeah, we'll talk about everything because we're just shooting the shits. But like this, the thing that I'm always going to do with these shows is bring it back around to try and show you how it's all connected and it all is one. It all comes under the theory, and like it's gonna be a series because it's gonna take me so long to get through that shit. It's especially with your ass adding information and first person documents and.
I speak truth. You know what I mean?
No, and
This
that's
is
what
the
I
problem with a
Yeah,
lot of
you take a
people.
portal.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of
I
people
love that
talk.
shit.
A lot of people talk do not have a source to support it, or have only looked at a few secondary sources and have
Bro,
opinion.
Wikipedia.
Thing to do.
I read it on the internet. That's what I was saying earlier. I watched that documentary about them little fuzzy things on that planet and shit.
Yeah, and if you really want to understand it, you got to dig deeper. And where'd the documentary get its sources from? And its sources, and you keep digging. I know you as a researcher. You're the same type.
Some people don't have that mental capacity though. They're not going to read 10 book volume on religion and like on different principles or philosophy. Or
Then they're not really interested in
so
it.
like, well, yeah, but because they want the easy answer. We live in a time where we want everything now, but really the main thing is that it depends on how you learn. You have to know how you learn, and then you can.
You have to know you're learning, yeah.
Because like you have to.
Some people are visual learners.
Yeah, and
some
that's
are
me.
kinesthetic, they're hands-on. Some are yeah, absolutely.
Give me a documentary that's actually got the facts, like Zeitgeist. All the stuff that you said that was in this 10 series, Zeitgeist, the very first one, that shit, yes, it got into conspiracy at the second half, but it was just showing you where all those stories of Jesus came from. It shows you, like, it's trying to paint its reality.
And that's a great, because Zeitgeist is one of those films that I watched as a young man, and it made me question things. And I didn't just look at Zeitgeist and start quoting Zeitgeist.
Right.
I literally was like, well, where did Zeitgeist get its information from?
You're like,
and I fucking have dug deeper and deeper and deeper. Yep. It's what they call down the rabbit hole. Yes. You know what I mean? When you fall down the rabbit hole, you are stuck in research, endless research, until you're like, fuck it, I give up, I don't care anymore. Or you finally find the fucking primary source that stated it.
So how do you find which resources to find? Because Google is over here trying to backdoor me.
Yep.
Here's the thing with technology. I'm from an era where it was books. It was written down. It was handwritten. No, there was no electronic source telling you couldn't look at it. It was there, and it was there to read. And so you would just go to the bibliography and keep going. The sources were right there in the library through the card catalog. Or through the, I didn't go look at, when I first started doing, when I was in college, bro, I looked at a card catalog. There was no such thing as a fucking computer when I started college, dude.
I remember.
We weren't looking on the computer for internet sources. Our teacher wouldn't even, she'd be like, what the fuck is this? No, you can't use this. Where's the source? And we would have to physically show, like, where we got the information from. You had to physically go read it and dig through hours and hours and hours of books and scholarly journals.
You had to be a scholar to find the book.
You guys are the pioneers of college, bro.
You had to. Everybody.
The pioneers of college.
Everybody before.
This was 2000, man. I'm not even that old. You know what I mean? For real.
No, but
I still have chisel.
And we did real research. This is why the people that are, 35 plus, generally don't.
Was good. He was SHxTiN.
Say anything, because we were born on a different era. Like, you really had to go do research. Research meant research. You couldn't just Google something and it would tell you it and you believed it.
You got to track with him, right?
Retarded. That's fucking stupid.
Tio.
The fact that people do that is stupid. And this is why we have a bunch of that's why I say that 85% is closer to 95% now.
Can you you got to track with SHxTiN, right?
I do what?
Don't you got to track with SHxTiN?
With who?
SHxTiN, the good Aussie man.
I have a track
with SHxTiN. Did I not mix one?
I can't hear the name you're saying.
SHxTiN.
SHxTiN. I don't have a track with SHxTiN. No.
Oh, was y'all on the same? You was on the same show though, yeah.
I did. That he put me on with that wave. Tidal Wave. He put me onto that.
That's right.
That's
right.
the flow I wrote
Okay.
because of him. Yeah.
Okay. So I was fucking up.
That's that group that he's in. I just don't have time. Here's the thing. I don't have time to write and fucking put a video out every week for a song. I really don't, man. I'm writing so many songs. I got so many other projects that I'm doing. It's like I'm past that point in what I'm trying to do with music. You know what I mean? Where I'm trying to put a song out every single week for someone else. You know what I mean? I'm writing music and trying to compose shit for myself to put out.
Well, it's good. I mean, I love collaboration. I love to be able to collaborate, and I like being able to.
Oh yeah. I'm on Tony's Showcase. I'm on 6th Floor. This other guy just sent me a thing. I'm sending a song to this Rust Belt group for suicide prevention. I like collaborating too, but it's not like every week I can do something for this. I wouldn't do something for Tone's Showcase every single week. Here's a new song, a new verse, a new verse.
There's a cast.
I don't have time for that.
Saturday Night Live. There's a cast. A week, every single week, every season or whatever. But they got special guests.
If that was my full-time job,
they got special guests.
If I was getting paid and I didn't have to work, and
well, yeah, that's everybody. That's everybody. Everybody would do more if they didn't have to work or get paid. I mean, we're not far off of it. We're not far off of it. I'm
hoping AI. This is one of the benefits of AI is that it allows us to step away from the workforce, the slave force, and be able to actually develop our creativity, our fucking spirituality, and hone that and live off that.
Wait.
Because you're talking about the future. Universal basic income right there.
Yeah, okay, so how are we on universal basic
income? But then we
won't
have to worry about money so we can develop our own skill sets.
I promise you.
This is what I'm hoping comes out of the AI revolution.
There's no way that is the end result of taking every single job from every single person. It's not instantaneous overnight. So that means that people are going to be poor for X amount of time before they're like, okay, yeah, we'll kick in the universal basic income. After there's, after a lot of people
died off, people lost their livelihood.
The initial sense of purpose. Like you said, chaos. There's always with chaos. There's going to be negative things that occur that are going to roll and ripple out, but eventually the chaos settles down and it becomes the norm and everyone's doing it. So the first wave of these kids, and they're probably in their 20s right now, they're going to come out of whatever they think they're going into doing, and it's not there anymore. They're going to be fucked up because they don't have skill sets, they don't have the education.
45%. Look. This is a fucked up. So there's two fucked up stats that I just saw. So about 2 months ago, I saw the stat for computer science. So anybody that's in school for computer science and got their master's or doctorate degree between and they graduated in 2021 to 2023, if they lose their job, they can't get a job. They can't get that used to be a $200,000 start job, like a computer science master's or a doctorate. So they can't get a job, and that's it's 40%, 45%. And then I just saw a stat today that said people that lose their jobs today, 45% of them can't get another job. They can't find another job. I'm like,
not trainable.
Oh fuck. Well, I don't know if they're not trainable. I just think that the jobs are getting sucked up. Like if you have entry level and no experience, it's you got the education. Accountants
there's going to be countless people that are going to experience this.
Lawyers,
but then eventually, maybe
150
years from now, those experiences are already going to happen. So no one's going to go to school for that trade anymore because it doesn't exist.
So they're not going to
experience that.
Yes. So they're going to kill off a lot of people before that's the case.
People are going to be AI mechanics now.
I mean, that's
no. I'm praying. This is what I'm hoping comes out of AI is that because we're able to do these things that we, here's the thing. Out of AI, this is why I think they're changing the Chat GPT 5 to weaker source, and they're changing what AI is being able to do because people then can say, okay, we don't really need to do any of this. None of this is absolutely necessary for us because we've just proven now fucking artificial intelligence is doing it for us. So how relevant and important was it actually in the first fucking place? So these corporations and companies are looking at this and saying, just like with Tesla when he created the fucking free energy.
Yeah,
why are you making fucking money off these people
Stop making
if
music.
they don't have to do this shit no more?
It can do it. It can do
it. How are we gonna fucking use them?
AI can make music. We don't need you no more, man.
And movies.
AI can make music, and if AI takes over music and people start to accept AI music over creative music, then that will be the norm. And yes, you're right. Artists will no longer exist. Beat makers, artists, none of that will exist anymore. If people start to like and fancy artificial intelligence music
They're
over
going to.
real music,
I can tell you that they're
then
absolutely
it's
going
done.
to.
Then you're right. There will be no artists.
But it
Artists
sucks
cease and
because
desist.
some AI music is actually bangers, bro, and they make it in like 3 seconds. And it's like, damn, bro, I
But is it
spent like
banger? Is
2
it really a
weeks.
banger? I mean, depending on
Yes.
what your personal preference is.
Yo, no. It's not objective. Like it definitely will make whatever you like if you know how to prompt it. It's gonna get better at that. There's no doubt about it. It's learning all the time and
Absolutely.
it's sounding better.
Right.
It's
But
gonna
if
have
people, so if
originality.
people are using that technology, then AI is not replacing it. People are now using that technology instead of their own intuition and creativity. We are replacing it with AI.
Yes, and they are, and it's going to get more popular, and it's going to become the norm. But
Because
I also know that there will be a place for analog musicians, and that's what we got to call them: is analog musicians, people that are actually doing the thing instead of like just get the AI to do it. You don't like the drums? Cool, tell it different drums. Like, and it'll be able to do it, and it'll do it great, and there's no doubt about it.
but here's that's the thing. So as AI begins to take over certain jobs that we really don't be. So we're talking about artist is not necessarily, if you look at it as a job, okay. But what artistry is, painting and writing and singing and dancing, these are arts, right? They're creative expressions. Whereas a doctor is not a creative expression. A teacher is not a creative expression. What these certain jobs that can be replaced are literally going to be able to replace because they weren't needed in the first place.
They're all going to,
But
every single job
creative
could be
thinking,
replaced.
I don't think could ever be replaced. I don't think people are going to prefer artificial created over creativity.
Let me tell you why they will. Let me tell you why they will.
Well, when you got enough tablet kids in the room, they will.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna go like this. It's gonna go exactly like this because it's already doing so. And even Post Malone had said it before because it's like so as the music gets better, as it gets better at writing, because it does. It can write some songs. Like if you give it a couple prompts, or you can use your own lyrics, but probably not because it's like it is easier. Most people aren't using their critical thinking.
If people start to accept that as music, then that's what will be accepted as music.
Whatever
so
good music.
AI didn't phase us out.
Is something
we
that makes me go
phased
like
ourselves
this. AI, good music is something that makes me fucking, like feel that shit, and it has that. It can do that. Now, do I appreciate the story and the brand and the people that I actually support in the music game? Well, no, it's not going to have that because it'd have to create a whole personality. But eventually it will be able to because it can do this 24 hours a day. It don't need a job. That is its job. And it's thinking at a much higher state. So I'm not worried that it is going to do that. The thing is like, what do people prefer? And yes, they're always going to prefer a human, but there's going to be a time, and there's going to be this length of time where that's the fad, that's the craze, and yes, it's going to kill off a bunch of the musicians. Like, there's not going to be people doing this shit for free because they were doing it for the money in the first place. So now what they're doing is they're going to sit there and the people are going to be able to go, hey, because they already talked to the fucking ChatGPT like it's their best friend. They give it, they give it a name, they give it all the personal things about their own life and shit, and then it feeds back, and that's good. You can use it for therapy. You can use it for, it's a tool, but it's going to get to a point where AGI actually happens. We know that it's going to happen. Artificial generative intelligence. So it's going to get there. And when it does that, that's creative.
Much smarter than AI, believe it or not.
But you can think telepathically almost. Well, read people's minds.
It really will. But once it can go, hey, so you've already told it all these different details, even before it gets to AGI. I've told it all these details. It knows what kind of music I listen to because it's clocking everything that I listen to. So it can cater to me. And then I'm going to tell it about my day, and then go, hey, can you make me a song with, Tupac and fucking, let me see, who do I want to produce?
Yeah, but that's not your creativity.
But it is, because you prompted it, but it can do it, and you're going to enjoy it.
That's not
they don't care. The artist isn't the thing. It's the listener.
That's not creativity.
It's the listener. If they enjoy it, then that's all that matters. They're going to go, hey, make this about my day, say my name in it like 6 times, and then... yeah, it's cool. And it will. It'll make a song that you love.
But a person isn't going to be able to say, this is my creative project.
No, they don't care about that.
It's not.
It won't even matter. It won't. What you're saying, what I'm getting at is that, like, for a while...
But I already said that. If people begin to accept this music as the preferred method, then you're right. Then it's going to completely wipe out the creative process because people now are favoring the artificial process. And we can't change that. No, if that's going to happen, that's going to happen.
It's going to happen, like, no doubt about it.
But that doesn't still replace the fact that just because people like it, that doesn't mean that whoever prompted it is the creator, because he's not.
Well, no.
To create literally
computer.
means to create means to take you yourself, your ability, and do something from nothing and make something.
So the computer
with
is a
no
creator.
help from anything. That's what creation is.
The computer can easily be a creator in that sense. But what I'm getting at really
But
is that
then again, the music, the computer could be the creator. But then again, people are preferring the computer created music over the human created.
Yes.
And then computer created music will take over.
It's a market. It's a different market and so on. And there's already people that enjoy it, that don't mind.
But we would allow that to happen. It's not going to inevitably take over unless we allow it.
Well, of course. I mean, people are going to allow it because you go, hey, I want a song about this. It writes it for you in the style that you like. Of course it does, which is fine.
But then
everybody's
all good. Musician.
They're all going to jump into it. They're all going to jump into it, and they're going to love it. And then the people that are still doing this because they love it, this is what they do, they're going to be there. And they're going to be legends because it's like, why the fuck? Why? They're going to laugh at you at first, just like they do with everybody. Is you're going to be, oh, that's
they're
stupid.
not going to be. They're not even going to be around. If people start to like AI created music, it will evolve and take away what's not liked. That's what evolution is.
It will.
That's my point from the very beginning.
Do you rap? Okay, before you were rapping professionally, were you rapping like before that? Hell yeah, because it's what you do. Yeah. You freestyle when you're just sitting there doing nothing. You freestyle. Why? Or you freestyle every time you smoke with somebody?
Because it's my creative. I was tapping into my creativity. It's never going to take that away. No. But what we're saying is, if people begin to prefer A over B, then B will no longer exist.
Pepsi still exists.
Only A will exist. So there's going to be a generation of people that will never have even heard B. They won't have been even in their gene. They won't even acknowledge it because it never existed, because it's already been eradicated and wiped out.
No. It won't be eradicated. It can't be eradicated because it is who you are, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not possible to wipe it out. Now, is it possible that it will make it not economically viable? Absolutely. Like, of course you can. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying you'll still keep creating. Painter is not going to stop painting because nobody pays them. I know people that have been painting their whole life. They're still going to keep painting. That's not the problem.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If people are buying all AI created paintings over my individual paintings, eventually it will pass the point where enough people don't buy my type of painting, and I won't do it anymore. You won't, because it won't sell. I can create them and put them out there, but they just won't be known. Eventually when I die, there's a whole generation after me. There's only art created by AI. They're not even going to know what a hand painting looks like because they've never seen it, because it never existed in their time period.
Right.
We will have allowed that to occur.
They change. Like kids now, you ask them what a freaking pager is, and they're like, "What the hell is that?"
No existence of it, because we evolved past it. If we still needed pagers, we fucking have them.
What I'm saying, and we do, it's just it transformed its
some people don't use it. We have cell phones. Pagers was the thing for
it transformed its form. But what I'm really getting at with all of that is the fact that the AI is going to take everyone's job. It doesn't matter who it is, and they are going to prefer it for a while. And yes, music and musicians, people that can play instruments, is like, oh, that old timey thing. Eventually, it's going to come right. Everything's cyclical.
And then won't exist anymore.
Everything's
no. There will eventually then be a period where people don't hear the live string of a guitar because they only listen to AI generated music.
Wait. Nobody would wear bell bottoms in the fucking 90s. Nobody was wearing bell bottoms in the 90s, and in the 80s they were out of fashion because it was 60s and 70s. But now it comes back, and bell bottoms are the shit. It's all. But
the only reason it comes back is because there's someone in the pool of people that have experienced it and can bring it forth. Correct?
Not necessarily. No. They didn't experience. They didn't experience the fucking the things. They saw it in a book, and they're like. In a magazine or whatever.
Someone they knew. Someone experienced to have brought it back.
I'm just saying, like, you like the style of it. So that all I'm saying there is, like, what I'm getting at in full is that is it's a choice. It's going to come back around, but we won't. Nothing matter. None of that matters because the next wave is that nobody is going to have money. And even if we go on universal basic income, where's the government getting that money that it's doing? Because if no money
money's fake anyway. We don't have money anyways. It's already a construct.
Fair. But they're going AI and robotics coming together means that everything goes to the price next to nothing to produce it because it takes no energy other than that. So if everything's free,
gets everything for free because there's an abundance now.
So what's your point?
So
what is your point in this life?
I hope out of AI, people then can begin to tap into their own creativity and spirituality, because we're not worrying about work, money, or food, because it's there, it's in abundance, it's free. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. So when you don't have to worry about going to work every day and paying for food and paying bills, you're sitting around your crib. What are you doing? You find something in your intuition wise to do. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm hoping individuals will, what will happen to humanity. If AI does take over like it's going to, then people don't have to worry about the fucking nuances of life. We can literally just tap into our spirituality and figure out what's going on there. And that hopefully is what comes out of it. I'm praying that. I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping.
Don't mean to cut the party short, but I gotta ride out, Ski.
I knew that was happening.
Soft, man.
Dude, it's fucking 2 hours and 30 minutes into it. If anybody's been watching this,
we ain't even kicked the freestyle yet, bro.
That ain't how we go out on this show. That's shooting the shits, regular. This is light. Well, actually, it's heavier. This is shooting the shits heavy.
We'll spit the freestyle about life.
We can freestyle anytime, anything. Like, I don't ever care about that. That's always good. But I will respect Philly Bank. I will respect Philly Bank's need to jetty spaghetti.
Yeah, you gotta go, my guy. Good talking to you.
Yeah, man. Good talking to y'all. Tio, Shadow, all the fans who joined in.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the fans, because you're the ones that make this happen. If you let an AI program take over, we won't exist anymore.
Shit.
So keep tapping in.
It'll be my AI. Don't worry about it.
All right. Love y'all.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Love you too. Have a good one.
I'll get up with you. Yo, I'll get up with you afterwards. We're gonna jump off. But because this was we're gonna jump off offline and then chat it up off. But this is just a sample of what's gonna happen. It's gonna get split up into clips and then it's gonna get put out as a concept, because as I build on the theory of everything, which is what I'm trying to build there, is it's all connected. We're going to get to the point. Like, that's kind of that. Maybe that should be the name of the show. Get to the point. We will like 10 seasons from now. Because it's like,
the fucking point.
We can't get to the point. It's too much. You were able to concisely put what you believe just out there really quickly. A Christian, it's even easier. It's like, well, God created it. So, like, but mine, it does take a while to get all the things and be able to express it to where people can understand it.
I've only expressed 1/10 of what I actually believe.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fucking deep. So, like, I appreciate anybody that's willing to listen to my crazy-ass ramble, to listen to the fucking words that they may not know what they all mean. Do some research. Get your first...
Yeah, but you got it. That's the thing. That's the thing. You're not, and I know you as a person, and I know if I'm ever on the show in the future with it, I'm never going to speak on something I can't validate. And if you can prove me against it, it's wrong, then I will change my opinion based on the new data it shows. You know what I'm saying?
I will change my shit immediately. I'm never going to speak on
something I don't know.
Yep.
So we're not rambling, people out there. We're actually talking things that we've talked about, him and I, numerous times. Data galore, research galore, reading galore. I didn't get this God knowledge by accident, man, by watching TV and playing video games. Right. I've done a tremendous amount of fucking research in my life, man. I'm no dummy.
That's what it's about. It's
about the wise, son.
That's how you grow. That's the only way you grow, is through new knowledge and actually trying to look for that knowledge. As long as you're thirsting for knowledge and you're looking for it, like the sources, whatever starts you off isn't the most important part. It's where you end up. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I was making. The whole point I was making. There's a starting point, but there's also a very starting point where the starting point came from. Yes. You know what I mean? It can go back further. You got to go back all the way.
All the way to the fucking Big Bang. So we're going to get
your
there.
Mouth. We don't want your fucking opinion.
We don't want your fucking opinion. That's the new name of the show.
What? Your opinion's like an asshole. It fucking stinks. Fuck out of here.
Yo, I'm gonna jump this recording real quick and then we gonna just chill it.
See you, Nara.
Hey, yo, stay online though.
Mental health. I need help.
Oh, this freestyle mixtape. Yo, stay online real quick. I'm gonna just bust this off the live. Huh? There's so many fucking... It's so hard to get the live to actually stop because there's like 50 different things.
Yeah, it's a weird process with this fucking... That's what I'm saying. You should be doing this on Twitch, bro.
No, not that. I'm getting all the different...
this would be a dope show on Twitch, dude.
I'm live on fucking like...
I think I might start something on Twitch and do this talking and bring in hip-hop, but bring in history and bring in thoughts and different shit, you know what I mean? On a Twitch thing, post it and bring people on to talk about it with. He's fire, bro, because I got my little Twitch account. I got to do something with it.
I agree.
And I'm not going to do music with Twitch. I'm going to bring Teal the Stat, the artist, the knowledge of Teal the Stat.